Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome back to our live Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode series with the Arizona Coyotes. Episode number 4 of the We're Not Leaving series, moving into year number 2, 2024-25. If you're just joining us after you've already gone live, you can hop ahead to the 5-minute mark or so. That's when we'll get started. But if you're joining as we get going, we'll start welcoming everybody into the stream. Like Mr. Mighty Joe Maple, welcome to the stream, my friend. It's been a couple weeks since we've done the Coyotes. We were live on Thursday evening for the first stream back in a couple of weeks after I took some time off at the start of July. But now we're back into the semi-regular swing of things with the Coyotes tonight on Monday. Likely the Expos later this week on either tomorrow or on Wednesday. So Tuesday or Wednesday will be the Expos. Then later this week again, Thursday or Friday will be Starfleet again. But even if the days are off a little because of some summer scheduling, it'll still most likely be back to 3 streams per week. Jenzy McKenzie, welcome to the stream. So we're into year number 2, our second season. Yeska, welcome aboard. Episode number 4 of our We're Not Leaving series with the Coyotes. I'll go back over the storyline. If it's been a little while since you've watched, or maybe you're joining us for the first time here, you're wondering why the Coyotes, what's going on, what's the whole storyline behind it. Maybe you're a new subscriber from the Ivan Demidov simulation. Leafs King, Landon, Doggy, welcome everybody. Hobbsy, yeah, we're back. I'll go ahead and tell you the story as we're closing in on now 8,000 subscribers. There's been maybe 100 more of you who are new since the last couple of weeks. So I'll recap the storyline and what we're doing here with this Coyotes series. Once we get started at that 5-minute mark, we'll start welcoming everybody in, and I'll do the details that I got to do on my side of things. Lieutenant Tesora is with us this evening as well. My fiance is joining us for another stream. She was here on Thursday evening. That was a really fun time. We ain't leaving. No, we're not, Dice. And so you'll get to hear the story again, Hobbsy. So, Lieutenant Tesora, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Always a great pleasure to have you on board. And of course, this is a series where Lieutenant Tesora finds herself, as in this series we have over 25 created players based on the players who were donated, or I don't know what the team's looking like. Just go for it, Connor. All right, I'll put that in my mind. Lucas Raymond, bang. Thank you, Connor. So players were created due to from our created player raffle. Every donation that you make, no problem, Yeska. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Every donation that you make here on the channel goes into a raffle for created players, and the winners of that raffle got their players put into this series. So Lieutenant Tesora was one of those, as King Turby donated one of his players to my fiance, and she created, of course, Lieutenant Jenna Tesora. And funnily enough, in the expansion draft, both Data Sung, my character, and Jenna Tesora were drafted to the Seattle Kraken. That's a crazy storyline to be watching. Leafs King, are you going to be getting College Football 25? I will not be. No, I'm sure it looks like a great game. Looks very exciting. A lot of reasons that I would want to get it if I were into football or college football. But it's just not anything I have any knowledge on. Honestly, I could tell you Alabama. I can tell you Michigan. Mizzou, I don't know. Who else is out there? I really don't know. The Florida Gators. Honestly, of all of this, I wouldn't say college football is a major sport in terms of the core four when you think of NHL, NFL, stuff like that. But if there's anything that's just on the outside looking in, it's college football, and that's the one that I know the least amount, I would say. So, anyways, no, I won't be getting it, but it looks exciting. Yeah, we'll definitely see Tesora's character live as well. Sure, in a perfect world, I would get college football and Madden and 2K and all that, but honestly, just with NHL and MLB, it's a full enough schedule at the moment. But someday, when we do it full time here on the channel, we'll get to that. A college hockey game, that would be incredible, Jacob, especially if they could just get the rights to Boston University and all stuff like that. That would be great. Not being a core force for unless, like me, you live in the U.S. Yeah, right, especially in Canada, it's not as big. The CFL I wouldn't say it's not big, but if the CFL isn't even big enough, the CFL in Canada isn't even at the level of college football in the States. So college football in Canada, it's even lower on the totem pole. We'll get started in just about 30 seconds or so. As I'll just pull up what I want to do is make sure I have the story ready to go. I went a little long on the welcomes here. I gotta do my usual dotting of the I's and crossing the T's. Here's a recap of how our team looks headed into year number 2 after the 2024 off season. Of course, a fantasy draft. We had some changes last season to our original team because it's not just a let's draft this team and see how it does kind of thing. There's not really any leash from ownership here in Arizona. the whole league has been reset for the Coyotes. Well, we'll go through the storyline in a moment, but there's no leeway really for Arizona right now. We gotta succeed ASAP. Yeah, if EA could get the rights to that would be great. So I'm just about ready to go. Sorry, it might take me a few seconds after the 5-minute mark, just as I finish up what I got to do here. My pipe dream is hoping college football 25 reopens a path to college games in general, and mayhaps leading into a hockey game. That would, listen, perfect world, there's a lot of great things that can happen. Just I've learned to not hold my breath too much with EA. I'm not a big EA hater. I'm just, I'm a realist, I guess you call it, for EA. Like, I give them the credit they deserve when it comes to new features and things that work well and things that I enjoy. But I'm also honest when it comes to, this is broken, it's been 5 years, it's been 10 years, why hasn't this been fixed? There's no excuse for it. So, I think I'm well balanced in that way. Let me just get it tweeted out, then we'll get good to go. We'll be good to go. We are live for year number 2 with the Coyotes. They still have a team here? Yeah, they still have an account on Twitter. We're not leaving. There you go. I think that should be good to go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the little bit of a delay there, about a minute and a half delay, my apologies, but we'll be getting started now on year number 2, 2024-25 here in Arizona, the We're Not Leaving series. The premise of the entire series is that, well, without me having to put it into Cole's notes, how about I just read you the introduction that we had to episode number 1. If you're new to this series and you don't know what the storyline is in this universe, let me catch you up to speed. If Microsoft Word could just open up my computer. Other big news in the world of the channel, finally purchased the new computer that I've been talking about for the last little bit. I wanted this computer to go as long as it could, basically, until it couldn't do it any longer. And a 1-hour episode of the Canucks should take about 45 minutes to export and like 20 minutes to upload. The whole process this weekend took me over 6 hours. I said, okay, this computer, it's done its time. We give it a salute and we're going to send it off now. But anyways, now I got it up. So here is the storyline. April 18th, 2024. After 17 seasons in Winnipeg and 27 more in the state of Arizona, it was officially announced that the Coyotes franchise would relocate to its third home for its 45th season. The Jets/Coyotes organization has been through a lot of pain. Honestly, an underappreciated amount of pain for almost 5 decades now. In addition to an all-time winning percentage below 40%, the organization has seen just 4 postseason berths in the last 21 years. They've also not won a playoff round in 12 years and have 0 Stanley Cup Final appearances ever. Now, in recent history, the Coyotes' future seems to have been getting brighter. Budding stars like Logan Cooley and Dylan Guenther have joined established stars like Clayton Keller to give the Coyotes fans a glimmer of hope. But all that came to an end this past spring when it was announced that the Coyotes would be moving to Utah. Now, although it is indeed possible that the Coyotes may come back in the near future in the form of an expansion draft, I wrote this before more news came out that it seems like the Coyotes are officially done, but all that to say, in this new franchise mode series that we'll be beginning today, or a few weeks ago, or continuing today, I should say, a group of former Desert Dogs have decided that that isn't enough. Led by former Coyotes captain Shane Doan, a group of investors including Keith Tkachuk, Jeremy Roenick, Radim Verbata, and Ilya Bryzgalov have bought out Gary Bettman's contract as commissioner of the NHL and have declared that, in addition to the Coyotes no longer moving to Utah, the league will be reset through a draft so as to balance the playing field. Furious with this development, Utah ownership has pulled out, leaving the Arizona Coyotes without anyone at the helm. Sounds like a perfect job for GM Data and his team of AGMs who have just one message: we're not leaving. So in that expansion draft, we started things off And after randomizing it 22 times, we got the third overall pick, and that was ended up being Austin Matthews, our franchise cornerstone moving forward. 96 overall in his first season, 54 goals and 91 points with us. The captain of his hometown team, the Arizona Coyotes. He was our number 1 pick. And I'll just pause quickly to say a huge thank you to Mighty Joe for the donation, 20 coming in here. Hello, Desora, Mighty Joe from the Tribunal here. With Seattle being still new to the league and having a healthy list of available jersey numbers to choose, is 9 significant to you personally? The number for your player is 9. And if not, why 9? Much love. Let's go, Yotes. Thank you for that, Mighty Joe. Great start. Chills. Literal chills. I feel that, Hobbsy. Desora, the number 9?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you very much for your donation. That's very generous, very kind, and a wonderful question. 9 is a special number to me. I played a lot of different sports, but particularly I played competitive volleyball for quite a number of years, and so my number was always number 9 in that, so that's why I chose that for Desora.
There you go. Thanks for the question, Mighty Joe. And Gen Z McKenzie asking how many more years does Matthew have on his contract? 4 more years, including this one at 13.25. So I'm not going to go back through the original draft. We made some trades. We had Kevin Fiala. It was a disaster. We made some moves along the way. We just missed out on the postseason with a record of, was it 40, 35, and 7 was our record. 1 point behind the last wildcard spot. So it was a heartbreaker, but it was a great year of development. Year number 1 was our 1,000th video. And now here we are for year number 2 a few videos later. And I thought 9 was just a Star Trek reference. No, 2 for 1. So on our first line, moving into year number 2 after the 2024 offseason last episode, we have Nikolai Ehlers with Austin Matthews and Jason Nielsen, one of the 25-plus created players who we got on our team, who's in the league, and this is the one that we got on our team. Jason Nielsen, this was one of Mighty Joe's created players. 80 overall, medium elite, 4th line forward, power forward as well, 5-star physical. Last year, split time between the NHL and the AHL, 16 points in 45 games, -14, maybe playing over his head. We sent him down to the AHL, 27 points in 34 games, and now back ready for another chance in the NHL. Mighty Joe, there will be more Desora questions, I guarantee it. Good to know. I vaguely remember you mentioning volleyball, but couldn't remember the number. There you go. Now you have your answer. So Jason Nielsen is back on the team. On the second line, Kuzmenko, Barbashev, and Teravainen, who also joined us last season. Teravainen scored 31 points in 41 games since joining us from San Jose. And by the way, when Nick Ehlers joined us, he scored 12 points in 19 games. Was a -5. He is likely on his way out this episode because he's also on an expiring deal, and he didn't want to extend. He was insulted by our offer and now wants crazy money. So Nick Ehlers on his way out. Once we get to the comments, you'll be reminded that is another possibility. Barbashev, he was really good as second line center. 70 points out of nowhere. 70-point season from Barbashev. And Kuzmenko was very good as well, as he put up 29 goals and 68 points. He was solid enough. On the third line, we have Rickard Rakell, who is also solid with 59 points. Did what we would be looking for from him. Third line center, Kalle Jarnkro, and Max Pacioretty, who we just signed from free agency, coming up with a 49-point season when he was back with the Canadiens. 1 year, $4 million on Max Pacioretty. Fourth line, Martinuk, Eller, and Denisenko. And then healthy scratch. 13th forward, of course, is Phil the Thrill Kessel. Looking at the defense now, another created player is Slim Shady. Slim Shady, offensive defenseman, high elite, 82 overall. This was Landon's created player, correct? So Slim Shady, 50 points and a -10 in his rookie season, playing 20-40 of ice time per night. 2.5-star defense with 5-star puck skills, 5-star senses, 5-star shooting and skating. I assume you guys talked about Kuznetsov going to the KHL in Discord this afternoon. Yes, we did. How the mighty, not Joe, have fallen. Yeah, Kuznetsov to the KHL. What a development that's been in the last few months from being in the cap. Well, even the last year, I should say. From the Caps to the AHL to Carolina. Yeah. So anyways, our top pair here is Bowen Byram and Simon Nemec. I like the new Ducks uniform. If you can accept the orange, you can get with it. So Byram and Nemec on the top pair with the +2. Simon Nemec had big growth last season, growing from an 82 to an 87. He had a 44-point season, playing 24.5 minutes per night. So Simon Nemec is one of their... Evgeny Kuznetsov went to the KHL, Jacob. Or just... I don't know if he went to KHL, but he left the Hurricanes and he's off to Europe. So Byram as well in his first year with us, he put up 39 points, averaging over 25 minutes per night with a +5. On the second pair, we'll likely bring Boqvist up to the second pair and move McNabb down to the third. Adam Boqvist, we have him signed on for one more year at $2.6 million, plus I believe he did get an extension. Since joining us, he didn't do much offensively, 7 assists and a +10 in 39 games. He came with Teravainen from the Sharks. He looked good. We weren't sure about him, but then, boom, he grew to an 85 overall, and that has made us second guess. So Shady being on the left, Boqvist on the right here is likely what we'll do, even though it hurts the chemistry. That's probably what we'll do, as Braden McNabb and Dmitry Kulikov are on the third pair. Kulikov was great last year. We brought him in at the halfway point, also from San Jose. So Kulikov, Boqvist, and Teravainen all came from San Jose. And Kulikov scored 9 goals and 14 points, plus he was a +9 in that half season on a 28-point pace. So Kulikov plays third pair with McNabb. Goaltending, it is Jeremy Swayman at a 90 overall. Last year had a .913 save percentage and 2.96 goals against, going 29, 26, and 5 with 3 shutouts. Backing him up was Marc-Andre Fleury, who went 10, 9, and 2 with 2 shutouts, a .916 save percentage, and 2.85 goals against average. The 7th defenseman, by the way, is Andrew Peak. And there's a recap of how the team looks moving into year number 2. Down in the AHL, we're continuing to get growth from Kulich. Marco Kasper might find his way into the NHL as soon as this season. Joshua Roy is also here. Jordan Dumais. Adam Sikora. Connor Geeky. Yeah, Connor Geeky, we had gotten him as well in the expansion draft. We got to fix the lines here. Don't worry about that. Gavin, welcome to the stream, my friend. Defense, we have Bichelle, Cam Allen, Matthew Robertson. Goaltending, Eric Portillo, as well as Scott Ratzlaff. Yeah, so we have some names in this organization. We got a few names out here. And when it came to the draft last episode, just a quick reminder of who we drafted in our first off-season. If we look at the unsigned, it was Seneca here. Before he went 3rd overall in the real-world draft, you drafted him 9th overall. So Beckett, is it Seneca? Seneca or Seneca? I think it's Seneca. Beckett Seneca, 9th overall in the 2024 draft. In the real world, he went 3rd, but we got him in this universe 9th, so that'll be an exciting storyline to follow with him here on the Coyotes. We also got Tuzolino with a 5th-round pick. Seneca, gotcha, thank you, Jacob. Tuzolino was a 5th-round pick. Did we get anybody else out here? Thompson was a backup. Kenny Thompson, 6th-round pick. Did we sign any of those guys right away? I think that was it. That's probably it there. So he should have better potential than that. Yeah, he should. He should. But yeah, the game didn't quite give it, and I hadn't made any major alterations. So Ehlers wants 5x9. He's an 86 overall, who isn't doing anything crazy right now. He'd have to be close to point per game if he wants that kind of money. But I wouldn't be surprised if we consider trading out Nikolai Ehlers this episode. We'll get to the comments in a moment. Even McNabb, Eller, etc. So there's the recap of where we are at the moment. What we'll go ahead and do is just pull up the comments from the last one now, as there were a few suggestions. Actually, I think just one major one, coming from Gen Z McKenzie, who said, I think Lars Eller should be traded and Jordan Martinook should be made a depth forward to make way for Marco Kasper and Joshua Roy, who are both in the AHL. Kasper could play 3rd-line center, right here where Kalle Jarnkro is playing. And then Roy plays 4th-line wing. Then Jarkko goes 4th-line center and penalty kill. We need Kasper and Roy to grow, and this would allow Kasper and Roy to grow better than they can in the AHL. Definitely a debatable point, but I see what Gen Z McKenzie is saying. Look at Lekkerimäki in the Vancouver series, or even Skylar Lucic and Fabian Lysell in the Starfleet series. Look, those situations are a bit different as those players were older, but I still understand the point that's being made. The coach rolls 4 lines, so you don't have to worry about Roy getting 7 minutes a night or anything like that. That's true. Byfield just signed 5 by 6.25. How about that? Real world extension, breaking news. Quinton Byfield, 5 years at 6.25. That's a steal of a contract, I think. Really good deal for the LA Kings. So this coach rolls 4 lines, which means 4th-line minutes wouldn't be horrible. Really, already 3 months, eh, Leafs King? Do I make room in the NHL for the youngin? How old is that player, Mighty Joe? Moving on to the comments here from Gen Z McKenzie. Also, you must be joking if you think we're going to be trading Adam Boqvist. We are not trading him, period, end of story. He was good offensively last season and especially great defensively with 21 points and a plus 21 combined between the Sharks and the Coyotes. He's a young player who we just signed to a relatively cheap long-term extension. Yeah, just a quick reminder of what that extension is. Early 20s. I'd probably, and if what's he listed as? Is he listed as a top 6D, Mighty Joe? Just a reminder of what that extension is on. We thought it might be a sign and trade, but we extended him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 years at $4.275 million, which I think is fair when he has the potential, but hasn't done anything too crazy yet. So he grew 2 overall, yes, from 83 to 85 over the course of the offseason with low lead potential. That right there should dispel any fears of one of Nemec or Byram not growing if they're not on the first pair. Am I reading that right? Because Boqvist definitely did not play first pair minutes last year, and he still grew. That's it. Some players will grow no matter what, and it's impossible to predict, unfortunately. We can definitely have a top 4 of Shady, Boqvist, Nemec, and Byram, with one of Byram or Nemec on the second pair without risking growth. If you want to be a competitive hockey team, you need depth. Having all of these young, high-quality defensemen potentially locked up long-term is a great blessing, as we would have a great top 4, all in the prime of their careers that we would not have to change for a long while. Also, McNabb, 33 years old, 83 overall, past his prime veteran. He's not top 4 caliber at this stage in his career and is on the last year of his contract. Are you really going to trade or bump down a young potential start in Boqvist to make way for a 33-year-old? Yeah, I agree with that. And he's on the last year of his contract too. So all very fair points from Gen Z McKenzie, which is why I went ahead and already made that change right there. The question is, do we want to make another change in the name of chemistry? We could move Nemec to the second pair, and instead of +2 -1, it could be +2 0 or +1 0. Or we could move Shady, and it would be 0 +1 or +2 +1. That's if we go Boqvist, Nemec, and Shady Byram. But I think that's the one that makes the least sense. So maybe we try this to start the preseason. Bowen, Byram. Actually, no, I would think... What age is their prime in this game? Connor, I'd say prime is... It depends on the player's potential. A good player's prime could be 24 to 30. Really, your physical prime is like 27, 28, 29, all that. But I'm going to say it's more like typical players likely the 26 to 28, 29 range. But it's different for everybody. The Browsiego, get CFB 25 data. You know you want to. Starfleet Commanders College would go crazy. I would like that. I would like that very much. Just a bit of time management as well. House, wedding, all that stuff, plus NHL and MLB is all I can do at the moment, but I hear you. Real Divinity, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Byram Boqvist is what Landon says. I don't mind starting like that to begin the preseason. And I think that's about it for those suggestions. In the Discord server, I'm not sure if I missed something. If you left a comment in the Discord server, please remind me. It's been a little bit buried now in the last couple of weeks. If I scroll up quickly, I think Stephen Y must have had something. No, that was Starfleet. Hey, Michael, keep up the grind bells. Appreciate that. Thank you for dropping by the stream. As we're now up to 22 of you who are watching, if you're just joining in, it is year number 2 of our Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode series here with the Coyotes, as we'll be beginning the 2024-25 seasons. The league has been reset, a fantasy draft to balance all the competition. We have Austin Matthews as our franchise cornerstone, drafted him 3rd overall in the fantasy draft, and now after going 40, 35, and 7 last year, just missing out on the playoffs by 1 point, we continue into year number 2 with high expectations. The league that has been shaken up in the name of the Coyotes cannot continue to make excuses for us as the leash gets shorter and shorter. We got to get data to full-time. Does Desora have any thoughts on going full-time? Desora does have thoughts on that. She stepped out for a moment, but she does have thoughts on that. I'll try to remember, but Hobby, if I forget, please remind me. Starfleet Commanders College would be really great, eh? That'll be something. So I think Steven may have said something in the Discord server, but it might be a little too buried by now. But if it's a comment that you made, I haven't gotten to it, please just remind me and I'll go to it right away. but I don't think I'm missing out on anything. That being said, let's begin the preseason with the lines as we just saw them. But we do want to get sorry, I totally forgot about Marco Kasper. We want to get Marco Kasper and Joshua Roy in the lineup as well, at least to have an audition here. So I'll send down Phil Kessel. We already know who Phil Kessel is. He'll be 13th, 14th forward no matter what. So we'll send him down just to make room for a moment. Kessel will go down, and coming up will be Kasper and Roy, who will be fighting for spots in this lineup. So we'll give them an audition. And if they can cut it, then there's a spot for them. If not, we have other options. Excuse me. So Eller will come out. Yarncrow will go down. Kasper will come third line center. And Martinuk will come out for Roy, who will go fourth line with Yarncrow and Denisenko. So Roy, not greatest fits anywhere, really. Marco Kasper, great bottom six fits. So staying on the third line for now would work out. I think that's it. Defense, we already have it changed up how we like, so let's do it. All right, game one of the preseason. Let's fly through it now. Facing the Dallas Stars. Always exciting to forget who the Stars, no pun intended, who the Stars are on each team with the fantasy draft. First period, 1-1. Austin Matthews on the power play. Second period, 2-2. Dmitry Kulikov scores right there. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's stream where I send in my ultimate Dosora request. Tune in tomorrow to not miss it. Wow, exciting. Barbashev ties it at 3. I'm not sure if it'll be live. It's either going to be tomorrow or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday will be our usual Tuesday stream. We'll see how time works out. It might be raining. Matthews ties it up, so that would be help in favor of there being a stream. 4-4 game here. Final 3 minutes. Matthews tied it up. Any winner in the last couple minutes? I probably should have gone through it more quickly. Preseason, I usually jump through it rather fast. And in the shootout, we dropped that one. So 5-4 shootout loss. If we look at, the plus-minus. So, yeah, a bunch of negatives here, unfortunately. Kasper did play close to 16 minutes, which is good. Roy played almost 10 minutes, which is solid enough for the fourth line as well. Okay. 5-4 loss. We'll keep on simulating. We'll do same thing. No, I didn't want to click on that. The menus. Good old menus. Let's advance a day. All right, game 2 of the preseason. 5-1 win. Very good. Ehlers is fully healthy, but it's definitely going to be a question of whether or not we keep Ehlers. Who do you think will win the Cup in 2024? Sheesh, tough question. Panthers are still very strong. You always want to go with the same team that just, you think they're the favorites. I think the Avalanche could run it back. I think the Canucks could find a way to run it back. I think the Devils on paper are one of the strongest teams, but you saw what happened when they fell apart this year. But if they're at full health, that could be interesting. The Rangers still have they still have the horses as well. Kasper had a goal and assist in that game. That's great. Pacioretty. Do I want to play around with Nielsen, giving the +5 on the first line? I don't want to put him over his head for the ice time, Maybe we should fix the power play. So let's put Matthews as the finisher on the power play. First line center can be Barbashev. He doesn't have a good fit, unfortunately. Kuzmenko can go on the right. Boqvist. Kasper, yeah, we might. I would want to boost him up in the lineup, just I don't want to give him only first line minutes. Oh, he does great. Then when the season starts, we bump him back down to the third line, and he struggles. Toronto, I don't know. Not a big believer in the Maple Leafs. Not just as a team, just their current core. They have to change things up for me to have more belief in them. Could put Teravainen out here on the wing. What is Nielsen's player type? He's a power forward. Let's try that for Unit 1. Unit 2, could Raquel play center? No, 67. No. Pacioretty, no. So let's go ahead and put, let's try for during the preseason, let's put Kasper at second unit power play. Kasper can go here. Raquel can go here. Okay, Pacioretty here. Boqvist here. Appreciate that, Hobbsy. And then on the wing, on this side, Teravainen, Kuzmenko, this is where Nielsen can go. To help with the chemistry as well. That'll be very helpful with his X factors. Nielsen gets into a -1. Okay. They could put him here. So here we'd say distributor is Boqvist, finisher Pacioretty, puck carrier can be Kasper. No, actually, make it Nielsen. Nothing extraordinary, but I will thoroughly be filled with joy, and I feel it's something we can all laugh at and get a kick at there. Wow, just keeping us even more excited. Who do I think the most underrated NHL player is? Oof, that is a tough question. The most underrated player in the NHL. Boy. Thursday, no worries. No worries, Hobbsy. We know that you guys work. Actually, let's get Fleury in for a game. Unless he already played that one. Most underrated player in the NHL. I'd have to really think about that a little bit longer. I wouldn't be able to give it my proper thought right now. Swayman's going to start here against the Jets. Let's sim through it. We'll go into this one. We'll go more quickly. First period, 1-0 Nielsen. There you go. Second period, 3-1 Jets. And third period ends 3-2. Nielsen scores twice. At least there's that. 2 goals and 1 coming on the power play. Yaroslav Halak makes 33 saves. What a monster. But 2 goals from Nielsen as we lose 3-2. Both goals coming from him. That's nice to see. 3-2 loss. Let's keep it rolling. Bowen Byram's healthy. Good, as we would hope. Kulikov's healthy. Good. That's 3 games. Let's do 1 more before I change up the defense pairings. 5-2 win. Good. Okay. So I'm going to change up defense now. We're 2-1-1. That's the thing. I was thinking Barkov Hobbsy, but I think that's too common of an answer. Barkov has been called underrated for so long that he's no longer underrated. He is properly rated, in my opinion. Hey, Swayman, you're killing me. Defense. So +3, +4, +3, and even plus minus there. Even and +3. Actually, maybe I'm not going to change anything then. Unless, well, I'll just, for the preseason, why not? We'll go Byram and Shady. Ooh, Minecraft Arena. Look at you. Going for this game against the Wild. First period, 2-0. Second period, 2-2. Roy and Yarncrow. Third period, 4-2. Kuzmenko scores twice, including the empty netter. From down 2-0 to winning 4-2. There you go. Roy with a goal and an assist. -1s from Nielsen and Ehlers, of course. Byram had 2 assists. How about Nemec had 1 assist. Okay. Austin Matthews, 10 shots on net. No, you'd think that it would sway the results, but not so much, eh? Data plays Minecraft when he goes full-time. Let's keep them how they are now again. First period, 1-0. Second period, 3. Fleury started again. What? Kuzmenko and Boqvist scored there. 3-2. 4-3 Matthews scored, but the Blues take it 4-3. Let's get Swayman in for the last game now. 8 points in 6 games from Kuzmenko. That's great. How's Nick Ehlers doing? Nick Ehlers, 3 assists in 6 games. Goal and 2 assists from Kuzmenko, 4 goals. 4. What if Kuzmenko went up? And Nielsen played with Barbashev and Teravainen. A little bit more to his speed, listed as a 4th line forward, right? Marco Kasper, 3 points, -1 in 6 games. We'll keep going. Wow, 1 goal, 1 assist. I'll go back to Swayman here. Fleury looked great. And sorry, defense I'll put back to how I think the season's going to begin. Come on. There you go. Perfect. We said Boqvist and Shady. No, Nemec. No, who was it? What was it? Boqvist in the top pair, right? Byram Boqvist, we said? Yeah, I think that's what it was. Switch Roy and Raquel. That was in the back of my head a little bit. I don't know if Raquel makes sense as a 4th line player, but let's give him a game. Did anyone find the created player thread, or did it disappear due to no chatter? Oh, I can open it up right now, I think. Give me a quick sec. Give me a quick moment here as I start this game. Oh, you found it, Mighty Joe? Great. Let me just make sure it's open. Yeah, created player mega thread. Sean Avery's looking for it. I'll tag him in the Discord. There we go. Ehlers scores. There we go. We were just calling out Ehlers, and then he gets that one. There you go. First period ends 2-0. Ehlers and Teravainen. Second period 2-1 Torrey Krug. Third period 5-4 the final. Whew. Kasper scores twice, and then Roy gets the game winner. Oh boy, Joshua Roy, first star, goal and 2 assists. Marco Kasper scores twice. Oh my. That's something that we're going to have to consider here. So at the end of the preseason, through 7 games, 8 points from the captain, Austin Matthews. Very good, as you would hope to see. Matthews with 8, same for Kuzmenko. 7 assists from Slim Shady. Thank you, Landon. Boqvist and Pacioretty both with 6 points apiece. Casper 5. Waugh also with 5. Raquel, Byram, same thing. Nielsen 4 points in 7 games. Tervainen 4. Ehlers 4. Nemec with 4. Good. Barbashev only 3K. Yarncrow, Denisenko with a couple. Nothing from McNabb, -3. 1 goal from Kulikov. And goaltending, Swayman 2-1-1, 892 save percentage, with a 3.47 goals against. While Marc-Andre Fleury, the Flower, goes 2-2 with a 941 save percentage and 2.1 goals against average. So does Fleury start the season? Is that a legitimate question? Does Fleury start the season? Not our starter, but does he start the season? It's a question. Raquel, Casper, Roy, maybe? Pacioretty gets to be finisher on the second power play, and he goes down. But he had 6 points in 7 games. How many came on the power play? Only 1 on the power play. 5 assists. Or no, 5. 1 goal, 4 assists, even strength. Moving down Pacioretty would be tough. Raquel also had 5 points. Maybe we just keep it like this to start the season and see in 5-ish games how things are looking. Would that be acceptable? I think it could be acceptable. So forwards will stay like that. Defense can stay like that. Peak and Martinook stay there. Unless Lars Eller stays here and Martinook. Well, there's nothing to check on Doggy just yet. It's just still the preseason, but we'll check on Doggy soon enough. So Peak is 7th D. Kessel comes up. So if it has to be Kessel and one other player. Either Kessel and Eller or Kessel and Martinook. Do we send down? I don't think we can send down Eller, but maybe we could send down Martinook? We need players down here in the AHL. We need some veterans. Could we excuse sending down Martinook? Isn't he on a good contract as well? $1.825 million for 1 more year. If you switch Raquel and Pacioretty, would it change the chemistry? Let's check. Zero, 0. When you switch them, still 0, 0. Oops. Let me go back to roster moves. Roster moves. Okay, so Kessel comes up, of course. Kulich, Geeky, all these guys stay down. Just going to PSA everyone. Tomorrow's Amazon Prime Day. Yes, I'm going to buy some USB-C to USB adapters for my my new laptop that's coming in. Get your data merch on Prime Day. Data merch coming soon in 2025, maybe. Desora and I have the only 2 pieces of Data 782 merch. If you ever see someone walking with a Data 782 t-shirt from now until I start merch, it's me or Desora. So if Martinook were to go down, that makes sense, or do we have to trade him? Or is Eller too good and we have to trade him, making $2.45 million? We probably got to trade Eller. Or do we trade Yarncrow? We probably should have given Eller some chances. Martinook had 2 points in 7 games in the preseason and 35 points in 82 games last year, while Lars Eller had 29 points in 82 games this past season. 29 points playing 12-21 versus 35 points playing 14-11. He has term, eh? Yeah, 2 more years at 2.1. Eller expiring deal. Yeah, we'll trade Eller. I love Eller, but we gotta do what's right by him, I think. Desora's not back yet. Buy your merch. Hey, perfect. Data merch handed out to all the family as thanks for coming. Exactly. We gotta. We were having a conversation around the dinner table tonight. It was myself, Desora, my family, parents, my brother, his wife, and we're saying, should we have a table at our wedding for Desora and I next year where it's only like, I don't know, like the highest donors of 2025 get an invitation or something. We were debating it. I don't know. I could see it. We could send out some invitations to viewers maybe. So if we take Lars Eller, I should probably see what the Trade Finder gives us first. Come on, there you go. There we go. What could Lars Eller get us on the open market here? Taking back a center would probably make sense. A center in our organization. We have only Tyler Madden, right? We have Geeky as well. Geeky, Madden, doesn't be a high-end center. Maybe just, I don't know, someone wouldn't be a bad idea. 76 trade options. Ooh. Cataford, Easton Cowan, but top 9 potential. Gaindon, Bell. Essentially, we can get someone with medium top 9 potential, or we can get like a third and a 7th, or a third and a 7th. Turby and Joe definitely hanging out of that. Yeah, King Turby is going to be my best man at this point. We could go for a top 9, Fraser Minton. Or a third and a 7th. Third and a 7th probably makes the most. Protas, 5 years left on his contract. Ooh. Probably the third and the 7th makes the most sense. Ratu, there he is. Yeah, probably a third and 7th. Third and 7th. Zach Dean. Yeah. So Eastern Conference team for a third and a 7th. Even their Florian Jacki would be tempting. Zachary Leure, another tempting option. Let's send him back to Washington, where he played much of his career. A third and a 7th from Washington. Let's just do that. Lars Eller, thank you for your time here in Arizona. We wish you all the best. Now that gives us, for this next year's draft, we have 2 firsts, a 2nd, 2 thirds, 4th, 5th, 6th, and a 7th. So great. That's really good. So we'll have 2 firsts, a 2nd, and 2 thirds in next year's draft. In this upcoming draft, I should say. Hopefully the Rangers are not a good team. We got to hope for that. We got that pick in the Kevin Fiala deal, right? So no other trades to make right now. We'll move out Eller, bring up Kessel, make sure the lines are good to go. And then we'll get going on this season, a year in which there are some high expectations, at the very least, for making the playoffs. Marnook and Kessel as 13th and 14th forwards. So Geeky can go first line with Zume and Kulich. That's great. Mathios, Madden, Sakura, yes. 74-20. Yeah, it makes sense. We could use a couple names in the AHL, though. Data, I need signed merch. My order 100% right now without looking at options. T-shirt, signed hat from you both. Even if another dono is required to do it, so it shall be. Well, no, no donations required for merch, just the purchase, the normal purchase. If you want the autograph, I'll toss that in for free. I have to work on a Data 782 autograph for signature, I suppose. So yeah, before I even set up this lineup, let me sign a couple more players. AHL. Yeah, I need essentially I need 6 forwards. And no defense though, right? Maybe just 1 for depth. But I need 6 forwards here in the AHL. Let's go to free agency quickly. Forwards, 2-way, sorting by potential. Anyone who stands out? Not much. Nate Smith, but he's a 4th line forward. Former Coyote. Alex Chiernik. Yeah, I'm not gonna think about this too deeply. These are 1-year contracts, so I'm not gonna go too deep on it. Guys who are higher overalls, I guess. Yeah, Chiernik we got. Your initials. That's true. The initials. You got the initials. 2 centermen, let's go. Yeah, 2 centers and 4 wingers, I suppose. I love it, Leafs King. I love to hear that. How much will the merch cost? No idea. No idea. I can tell you it will purely depend on how much it costs for me to get it in the first place. I'm not going to get it for 25 cents and sell it for $29.99. But if it costs whatever $5, then I'll sell it for maybe $10, right? Something like that. Or it depends. Will it be from me or will it be you getting it directly from a store? I don't know. I have to look into what makes the most sense as someone who's trying to do merch. Red, welcome to the stream. Thanks for dropping by. So that gives us, 2 centers, 2 wingers, right? Yeah. Let's go 2 left wingers, I suppose. So we have 2 rights. Let's get 2 lefts. These younger guys. A couple of 69 overalls? Sure. Just a couple of scribbles seems to be... Yeah, that's what it is these days. Just red, no boy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to exploit the community that much. And we use like one defenseman here. This guy's the highest, eh? Sure, Landon. What grade would you give the Habs for this draft? Very good grade. Very good. Demidov at 5, like just alone would be a good grade. Aside from that, Koivu in the third round wasn't bad. They drafted no French Canadians, thank goodness. Not because, and just out of the pressure of doing it. That's what I hate. As someone who lives in Montreal and has French Canadian blood in them, I cannot stand when they take these random players for no reason that turn into nothing. There's one Raphael Harvey Pinard for every 5 dozen that don't go anywhere. Aside from that, Michael Hage is another big one there, 21st overall. Hage's upside, I think he could be a very solid middle 6 centerman. Ceiling is probably second line center, but I think he could be a very solid middle 6 centerman. Michael Hage. So let's advance to the first game of the season now. I didn't fix the lines fully in the AHL, but I gotta wait till these guys sign on. Extremely happy, extremely happy. Thank you, everyone's extremely happy. Very good. 782 apiece. That could be something, if it was able. Can he be a Jack Eichel? Yeah. Jack Eichel, second overall, guy who's been close to point per game in his career. Hage, I don't know about that. I don't know if he could be a Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel play style, maybe. I don't think that kind of... I'd be very happily surprised if he has that kind of production. Play style, I could see it. Oh, sorry, so what was I saying here? So Peak, Martinook, Kessel, that's great. Down in the AHL, we'll do this. And make sure everyone the right people. What is Hage's comparisons? I can pull that up for you, actually. Right here. Give me a second. From Elite Prospects, I have their draft guide. Let me just fix this while I'm here. Yarncrow's been alright. Who was on this wing here? Don't tell me someone got scratched who shouldn't be. No. It's Morin who shouldn't be scratched. Let me see here. Michael Hage. Give me a second. Hage. Where is Hage? Michael Hage. Let's see. Shades of Morgan Frost and Robert Thomas, says Elite Prospects. And for who else did you say? Logan Sawyer. Logan Sawyer. Give me a sec. I'm scrolling to S. Sawyer. Here he is. Logan Sawyer. Shades of no one. There was no comparables, really. But a daring, high-motor attacker who blends projectable shooting, give-and-go playmaking, and a nuanced physical game. His tools and habits could be a package for a utility role. There you go. Sorry for that little side quest. Shades of Yakupov, yeah. That was Matthews who was there. But still, +1. Chernik, 20 medium, top 9, 20, yeah. Koivu's solid. I like Atos Koivu. He's a centerman. He's a pure centerman. He's not one of those guys who can be a centerman who turns to a wing, I don't think. I think he plays the game as a centerman plays the game. He's a solid centerman. I could see him being a very good third-line piece. Sorry, let me get back to this. Medium, I should probably have Matthews. Yeah, Matthews is 25 at 72. I can keep him down here. It doesn't really change much. Okay, defense. Bichelle. Do I like Kent Hughes? Yes, I do. I do like Kent Hughes. Allen can go, yeah, +2, nice. Prokop, yeah, I can go here. Cagnoni should probably be playing over here. We did a real quick back on my franchise mode. 21, 22-year-old top 6 potential jumped from 72 to 78 to make room for him on the main roster with 70 already. All 80 plus or give him a year. If you don't need to rush it, like if you have good pieces who you don't want to force out, I'd keep him in the AHL for another year probably. Hughes or Bergevin, tough sample size. I'd mark Bergevin's first year or two, first 18 months versus Kent Hughes' first 18 months would be two different timelines in Canadians history, time frames in Canadians history. I liked Bergevin much more than the hate that I don't think he deserved a lot of the hate that he got. He also had his downsides, and I'm liking what Kent Hughes is doing. But give me whatever 8 more years of Kent Hughes, and maybe the general feeling behind him will be very different. So it's hard to speak so far out for who's the better one when they have such a difference in experience. If that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, power play now. Let's make sure these guys are getting their ice time. Sakura going here. Yeah, I missed an update, but is it official that Price never returns? No, it's not official, because then he'd have to retire and not get his money. He's going to be on LTIR till his contract runs out. Bergevin over Fletcher? Yeah, I can get behind that. Is Sakura... No, he's a two-way forward. Kulich is the sniper, so Kulich will go here. Can you put the guide link of Elite... No, it's a downloaded... It's like a 500 megabyte file. You can go to Elite Prospects on just through Google and see their general stuff, but what I was reading from, that draft guide, I wouldn't be able to get that to you. That's a huge document. Who else we need to be getting ice time here? Zume is getting ice time. Sakura. Madden can center the second unit. Yeah, let's do that. Matthews can come out. Franchise mode legend Tyler Madden can center this line here. On defense, we'll put, not Bichelle, maybe Kenyoni? He needs a little extra ice time probably, eh? Yeah, let's give it to Kenyoni. Maybe Cam Allen on the second. There you go. Zume is the playmaker though, right? No, he's a sniper. So maybe Zume goes here, Sakura goes to the point. So Kenyoni, distributor, finisher Kulich, puck carrier Geeky. Then unit number 2, Madden goes there. Kenyoni will come out. If anyone wants a draft guide, just DM me or email on Discord. There, Hobbsy, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. Morain's going to go up there. Sorry for the little time here that's going to take. Madden, Chirnik, go here. Terrence can go there. Morain here. Finisher here. Sakura, okay, I'll change that up then. Sakura. There you go. He's a he's a two-way forward. 79 passing, 81 passing. Nah, we'll survive. Penalty kill, I don't think I'll touch it too much. Just give Geeky more ice time. And Sakura, yeah, that works fine. Just want to make sure Geeky's growing as much as possible. Yeah, Geeky 4-man power play 1. 3-man penalty kill 1. What's this guy doing here? Petrovsky. Oh, Petrovsky could stay. And Madden, sure. Why not? Extra lines, Geeky Kulich, Madden Zume, Matthew Sakura, that works. 3-on-3, same thing. Good. Alright. Whew. Always a bit of a lengthy time to get the season started. Power play, we're good to go. We'll keep these 2 units. Marco Casper, he's a monster. Let's keep him out there. Let's see what happens. Raquel can get some power play time as well. 4-man power play. Matthews, Ehlers maybe at the point. Yeah, let's go Ehlers at the point. Boqvist here, Ehlers there as a left shot. Let's try that. Distributor would be, let's go Ehlers. Finisher, Matthews. Puck carrier, Kuzmenko. Yeah, very excited to get the season started with high expectations. Second line, Barbashev, Nielsen. Does Denisenko need that ice time a little bit? He's low top 6. He needs to get ice time somewhere. So 4-man power play. We'll give him 4-man power play. Pacioretty's coming off, though, for Shady. Coach's attributes, we can check those out in a moment. Who's the real scorer on this line, though? Nielsen's also kind of like a playmaker. Maybe he goes here, and Denisenko tries to be the finisher. With his 87 shooting, his 4-star shooting. Let's try and give him that chance then. Shady here, Denisenko here, Barbashev here. Penalty kill. Casper and Wano. I can't do the first unit. Matthews and... Who do we say first unit penalty kill to give him the ice time? Well, Byram and maybe Kulikov on the first penalty kill. McNabb and Shady. Nemec and Bokus? No, it's too overpowered. Shady can go... Nah. McNabb is good, though. He'll go third with Nemec. Byram, Nemec. McNabb, Bokvist. Kulikov, Shady. Yeah, we'll do that. Matthews with who? I mean, Wad doesn't have any power play time, so I guess penalty kill makes sense, but I don't know about first unit. Yeah, 3-star defense. Could Ehlers work? It gives it a +2. Alright, we're going to give Ehlers every chance to succeed before we say we're going to be trading this guy. Barbashev... No, Yarncrow with Roy. And then Casper with Barbashev. Let's do that. +3 even, I like that. Roy will put him on the second unit. This first unit needs to be a bit more heavy-powered, I would think. 3-man PK... No, we can't. And same deep pairings, actually. Byram, Nemec, McNabb, Bokvist. Byram, Nemec, McNabb, Nemec, Kulikov, and Shady. Yeah, maybe Denisenko should be out here on the penalty kill, eh? This I don't want Shady, I want Nemec. Byram, Nemec. What's wrong with this thing? Bokvist and McNabb, I said. Kulikov, Shady, thank you. Denisenko, defensive attributes. No. 70 shot blocking, 80 stick checking. No, we can't put him there. 2-star defense. Shane, welcome. Shane. I don't know why. Did I say Shane? Slim Shane? I don't know. Slim, welcome to the stream. I don't know why I said that. Let's go penalty kill. We'll go Matthews here. Yarncrow could stay there, I guess, right? No, Barbashev's got to go there. I'm going to put Casper here, actually. We're going to really give him every chance to succeed. Okay, whew, extra lines, 4-on-4. Shady Bokvist on 4-on-4. Why not? Let's go crazy with that. Teravainen, now probably Kuzmenko will go here. Who's winning the World Series? World Series. Yankees have been strong. I have to think about that a little bit. Let me think while I do these 3-on-3 lines. We'll put Shady instead of Byram on this first one. Shady. We'll go there. MLB. I don't know about Barbashev Nielsen, though. Barbashev Kuzmenko, probably. Check. Yeah, we could do that, Golden. We could absolutely do that. Barbashev Kuzmenko with Nemec. No, with Bokvist, probably. Should it be? No, it should probably be... Byram. We need some defense. Can't be all offense. Byram there. Casper, Teravainen, Bokvist on the third. That works. I don't know. Honestly, the Orioles are super strong. But I didn't want to say them because I know that you like them. And I always gotta be hating on you. 98, 98, 89, 90, 88, sorry. 89, 88, 90. Home run derby predictions? Nah, I don't know. Orioles could do it. 88, 89. That's really slightly better there. Anyone better shooting? What's Shady's shooting? He's 94. Yeah, he's got to be in there. Yeah, Guardians are strong too. Like, I think it was Mighty Joe said the Guardians. Guardians are strong as well. Alright, I think we're finally ready. And might have Fleury start the season, I think. Whew! Finally, it took about an hour, but we're here. Let me do this, do that. Okay. Alright, Teoscar is winning because former Jose Teoscar. Good old Teoscar. So, we're at the 1 hour mark. Quick pause for hydration. That's done. Also on the hour, I gotta put a little eye drop in because of my LASIK. Okay. So now to kick off year number 2 in Arizona. We're starting it off against the Calgary Flames at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Game 1, year 2. Casper and Roy have made the team. Let's see what they can do with this opportunity. The top 6 has some question marks with Nick Ehlers. Is he going to be sticking around? But the captain, Austin Matthews, will hopefully carry us. And Marc-Andre Fleury will start the season after a very strong preseason. Game 1, year 2, postseason or bust. Let's do it. First period, and it's 1-1 after 20. Nick Ehlers opens up the scoring on the season. Lots of question marks around his future, and he starts it off with a goal. Ekblad ties it before the end of the period. Second period, and it's 4-2 Calgary. Nemec scores, make it 2-1, but then Henrique, Ekblad, and Fabry score 3 goals in 3.5 minutes. And the Flames are up 4-2. Shots 23-23, but we're down by 2. Power play Coyotes. Marco Casper scores his first career goal, and Barbashev ties it up right after. And then Kuzmenko makes it 5-4, allowing 3 unanswered, and then scoring 3 unanswered of our own. 5-4. Marchand ties it up. Brad Marchand there in Calgary ties it at 5. To stop the bleeding, but Teravainen puts us back ahead. Then Larkin answers right back like 40 seconds later. 6-6 with 3 minutes to go in the season opener. Next one's the winner! And we're off to overtime. Shots end tied at 36. And it's a 6-6 game. 6x6 is 36. And we're off to overtime for game 1 of this season. Quinn Hughes and the Flames against Austin Matthews and the Coyotes for game 1 of the year, off to overtime. What an exciting game to start off the year. 6-6 at the end of regulation. Wow.
For those of you just joining us,
Here we go at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Matthews with Ehlers and Shady out here. Here comes Marchand. He slips through in front, redirection. Oh, off the post. Hey, come on. There's the problem with going into the game. A weird goal to start off overtime. Nothing new there. 7 goals against on Marc-Andre Fleury. Nice job, buddy. He didn't even show us the goal. Didn't even show us the goal. Oh my goodness. The least bellow of all the bellows. Yeah, tell me about it. Was that oh no, it wasn't an own goal. It went off the post. What even is this? What kind of shot is that? That defied the laws of physics. He's turning. His pallet is facing forwards. And then he shoots forwards, and the puck just goes, oh my goodness. EA, fix your game! That's what I just said at the start of this stream! I try to be fair, I try to be honest. EA, fix your broken game for the 25th year in a row. Jason Nielsen with 3 assists to open the season, that's great. What a joke. We got EA'd. Fleury, 815 save percentage to start. There you go. Let me turn auto goalie rotate on as well. I think it was turned off. Good old EA. Yeah, MLB The Show is our next live stream. Expos is our next live stream, either tomorrow or Wednesday, Slim. Where am I looking? Auto goalie rotates. Oh, it is on. Great. Yeah, we say we hope every day. Every year we say we hope. Are you not embarrassed? NHL 23 will hopefully be better. 24 should be good. Hopefully NHL 25 is something. Year in and year out. Okay, so this game we've all been waiting for. It's too bad Lieutenant Tesora stepped out for a little bit. She's coming back later on, but this is a game that we've been waiting for. Maybe I'll call her in. Give me a sec. Don't want to miss this game. We'll check out the lineup in a second. Here. Let me hear it, Data. Yeah. Disgusting level of self-respect, even, from EA. You take no pride in your game? So here in the Kraken, we have Jenna Desora and Data Sung on the first line with Clayton Keller. Data Sung up to an 86 overall, medium franchise potential, 70 points in his rookie season, while Jenna Desora, as an 83 now, had a 61-point rookie season. The Royals, yeah, you never know. So 61 and 70 from Desora and Sung here for the Kraken franchise. We also have Jaden Pittis, another created player who had 46 goals and 67 points. I think they have one more created player, correct? Goaltender, even. Yeah, Dilly D Potatoes, the Irish goaltender, Hobbsy's created player. 4 created players here for them. He had a 10-8 season as a rookie. Now, we'll have to go through this game. We'll go to the next game against the Kraken. Well, Desora will get to the next one, but we got to get simulating through it. So here we are on the road in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena to face Data and Desora. First period, 1-1 game. Andrei Kuzmenko opens it up, then Matthew Poitras ties it soon after, the Bruins teammates. Second period, and it's 2-1 thanks to John Klingberg. Shots are 26-22 for the Kraken. We're down by 1 in the third. Power play to start the period, killed off by the Kraken, though. 1-goal game. Shots are pretty even as well. Only one against our channel nemesis, Elvis Merzlikins. Power play killed off by the Kraken. Into the final 5 minutes here. Power play, last chance for this one. Killed off again. Wow, the Kraken hang on tight. 40 saves on 41 shots by our nemesis, Elvis Merzlikins, of course. Who else but Elvis? Oh, who else but Elvis? Oh, thank you for reminding me, Gen Z. The coach's attributes, yes. Yeah, we need a better coach ASAP. Actually, no. I thought it was a B-rated coach. No, he's A-. Okay, so that's not a major thing. Terry Cons, A-, A-, B, B, A-, and A, with a 61% fit here on the team. 72% for the morale as well. All right, let's get to some calendar simulation now. Shoo, let's get through it. Long start to the year. Let's get started. The Ducks just beat us off the last spot of the playoffs last season, so we want to go see them maybe. Let's go see the next game against the Kraken, once again on the road. All right, let's do it. 3-2 win against the Predators. There we go. 3-1 win against the Flames. 3-2 loss. Flames again, 5-2 win. Sharks 5-4 overtime loss. Actually, both we and the Kraken have an identical 3-2-2 record. Back in Seattle after losing 2-1 in Seattle. We're here again 2 weeks later. First period, 1-0 Kraken. Jaden Pittis on the power play. Second period, 2-1. Marco Kasper and Austin Matthews on Dilly D Potatoes, the Irishman himself. 2-1 Kraken, but Jaden Pittis, his second of the night, ties it to make it a 2-2 game. Shots 32-20. Data Sung, there he is. The android himself makes it 3-2 Seattle. Go in last 5 no matter what? No, we're going to wait for later in the season for that. We faced Seattle a lot in the same conference and division here, so we'll go see. We'll do that soon enough when Desora's here. From up 2-0, from tied, yeah, was it 2-1 even? Or was it 2-0? No, it was 2-1. From up 2-1 to losing 4-2. Oh, boy. Let's keep on going. Seattle again coming up. Lots of Seattle. Yeah, lots of Seattle. Go see the next Seattle game again. Moore and a fourth for Kulich, Bichelle, and Allen. Pass. 6-4 loss, 7-6 loss, 8-5 loss. Whoa, what's with the goals against? So minus the, because the 7th goal comes in the shootout. So 8, 6, and 6. So that's 20 goals against in 3 games before we bounce back with a 2-1 win. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on over here? Let's check out the numbers. 6 goals, 6 assists, point per game from Ehlers. That's good. Same for Kuzmenko. -2, -2, -4 on the second line. 2 goals, -3 from Pacioretty. 5 points, -3 from Casper. 2 points, 2 goals, 2. Okay, Roy back down. Raquel back up. Nielsen. Raquel's going second line. Nielsen's going down, Roy's going down. Nielsen, Casper, Pacioretty, Denisenko, Yarncrow, and Roy. Let's do that. Defense, -2 and 0. -2, -2, -2, -3. Okay. Slim Shady, though. A goal and 9 assists. Keep that in mind. Goaltending, Swayman, 887 save percentage. Disgusting. Disgusting. What a joke. 90 overall! 90 overall! Okay, Fleury starting this game against the Kraken. We're 4-5-3. They're 6-3-3. Actually, Desora will be joining us for this next one here. And now, so we faced Seattle twice on the road, losing 2-1 and losing 4-2. Now, the first time that we host Seattle, and Data and Desora will be doing so with Lieutenant Desora back in attendance.
Wow. Sorry, guys. I had to step out for a moment, but I'm excited to be back. Data, what did I miss?
Well, we're 4-5-3 at the moment through 12 games. Not the greatest record, but now we're hosting, actually,
Ooh.
Desora and Data and the Kraken. We'll go in and see a little bit of this one as well. There's been a couple questions for you while we've been gone, too, so we'll catch up on those. First period, 0-0, shots 15-6 for the Kraken. Ooh. Second period, 1-1. All right, Austin Matthews opens it up, but then Jaden Pittis scores once more. He seems to have our number. Shots are 28-12 for the Kraken, more than doubled. But we're hanging on to a 1-1 game into the final 20 minutes now. We'll go in and we'll hop into the last few minutes to see it. Then we'll get really a big chunk of simulation done. Power play Coyotes killed off, but then Jake Sanderson makes it 2-1 in the final 10 minutes now. Shot still very much in Seattle's favor into the final 5 minutes. At 3, we'll hop in here. Power play Seattle. Tough time to hop in. Final 3 minutes of this one. Down by 1. Let's hop in to see Keller, Sung, and Desora. 2-1 Coyotes.
Late goings of this third period of play for those of you just
so how much of power? So it's gonna be a full power play. I think I have to kill here. 301's going in the third period. Seattle 0 for 1 on the power play tonight with 2 shots. Can we clear that? Yes, we can. It's okay. A minute 15 left on the power play. So not a full 2 minutes. Granlund over the blue line. Lots of space. No problem. Let him walk in. Glove save Fleury. All right. Television broadcast coming up. That's great news. Points there. So Data Soon with 12 points. Desora with 9 at the moment. Desora, do you have a second favorite team in the MLB and the NHL? So second to the Cardinals and the Blues. Who are your 2 second teams? Good question.
You know what? I really don't have a second favorite team in the MLB because I was so diehard Cardinals. My family was growing up. But I'd say the Habs are a good second in NHL.
Second in the the MLB.
Yeah, but they said MLB and NHL, so I didn't have one.
No, but who's your second team in the NHL to the Blues, and who's your second team to the Cardinals in the MLB?
Yes, I don't have one.
Oh, you don't.
MLB,
I thought because you said and have, so I thought you were saying I thought it was like a general crush.
So then separately for the NHL, I would say the
Oh,
Habs
okay.
are
Very good. Thank you. I misunderstood. Yeah, I don't know why either, Gen Z. The dumping is ridiculous. I don't know why the puck cannot be just put down the ice. It has to be a little flip that gets stopped at the blue line. Keller, glove save Fleury. 2 minutes to go here. So Canadians second team in the NHL, but no second team in the MLB. What if the Expos came back?
The Expos, you could sell me on the Expos. I'm not sold on the Expos. So.
That's my fiance, Red. She's joining as a guest star this evening. 20 seconds left in the power play for the Kraken. Face-off won by Seattle. Sanderson, Pajot, broken up by McNabb. There you go, and he'll dump that down. That could almost get us to the end now. What did she say? She just answered your question, Slim. Pajot, final seconds, 2-on-2 with Granlund, bumped off McNabb. All right, that'll get us back to even strength. There you go. Looks at the third D pair out. Sanderson over to Poitras. Now to Pajot in the middle. 2-on-2, good poke. Poitras still set it. Now broken up by McNabb. Very well done by Braden McNabb. He gets it up to Barbashev now. Barbashev with space down the wing. Can't quite get through, and there goes possession. Classic. Minute 17 to go. We'll pull the goalie when we can. Come on, McNabb. Fight. There you go. Barbashev. Over to Teravainen. There you go. Pulling the goalie, and he loses it instantly. Oh, my. Minute to go here in regulation. Can we get another goal here against Seattle? We seem to struggle scoring against them. Can we get it out even? There you go. Pacioretty wearing Mario Lemieux's number 66. Casper Pacioretty! Oh, big save. Wearing Lemieux's number. Let's go, Patches. Alright, we'll keep the goalie pulled at this point. Just whatever happens, happens. They'll just let him walk in and shoot anyways, so what's the point? Broken up by Pacioretty. There you go. Let's go. Byram with space. The extra attacker. What's he doing? Doesn't even take a shot. Desora, are you disgusted by this EA algorithm and this AI play?
Hard to watch.
Hard to watch. Alright, call it there. And we'll call it. There you go. So we're what? 4, 6, and 3 now? That's what I feel, Slim. That's exactly how I feel. Oh boy. Alright, back to calendar simulation now. 4, 6, and 3 through 13 games. Let's go see. I don't want to see anybody. We just saw a bunch of slow sims. Let's just get calendar simulation done. Let's do it. Here we go. Sharks 6-1 win. Thank you very much. 4-2 win. Good. Raquel, mild concussion. As soon as we get him in the top 6, and there you go. Number 66, Max Pacioretty. Does he come up? Nielsen, let's put him back up for a short period. Let's get Denisenko up. Why not? And Phil, the Thrill Kessel comes back into the lineup. Or maybe, actually, Martinuk. Need a little grit there in the bottom 6. Replacing all lines does not mean replacing all lines, of course. Scam as always. Martinuk, get power play time. Congrats for a few games. I cannot be bothered with how broken the lines are. 3-2 win, 3-2 loss, and then Raquel is back. There you go. Switch it back. Martinuk, how'd you do, baby? Martinuk, 2 games, -1. Great. Switch him back. And Raquel is back in. Lovely. And, of course, the calendar's broken. Robertson, sore shoulder, blah, blah, blah. Okay, 3-1 win. 8-2 loss. Ooh, then a 3-1 win. Let's keep on going. Let's do another... Yeah, let's keep going to where I originally had it against the game against the Canucks. Predators, then Oilers, 5-3 and 3-2 wins, respectively. 7-2 win against the Blackhawks. Desora, Jersey Tuck, yay or nay?
Wonderful question. That's a strong nay.
Strong nay.
That's a strong nay.
Yeah, I remember when we were creating Desora's player... She was very much against that.
Right.
Yeah. And Hobbsy, if you're still in here for a moment, you can go ahead and re-ask your question. I don't want to butcher it. This guy, Axel Landon. Great name, right? Robertson will come back in. How are we doing down here in the AHL? Oof, ugly numbers, eh? Come on, NHL. Or 6-10-1, by the way. 5-1. All right, a little bit of a streak going here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6-game winning streak. Hey, how about that? Let's go see the Ducks. Yeah, we want to go see the Ducks. The team that just edged us out for the playoffs. Blue Jackets. Okay, that's good. 5-3 loss. On the road in Vancouver, 3-2 overtime loss. We're 13-9-4, facing the 12-10-4 Ducks. Every point matters against a team like Anaheim. First period, 1-1, Kuzmenko and Goudreau. Landon should play over Prokop. Let me look back at that in a second, Gen Z. The question was Desora's thoughts on Data potentially going full-time.
Wow. That's a good question. It's a big future possibility. I would love that for him if he just got to spend time doing what he loves, hanging out with the community, making videos, doing all of that from home. I would love that. Data loves the job that he has now as well. But,
yeah, I do.
But yeah, if he could go full time, I would love that. I would support that. Yeah. Thumbs up for me.
There you go. Thank you, Desora. Now, what about the socks? Pant, tuck, or no? Well, they're saying the socks tucking into the skates? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying... Sorry, I'll let my Joe clarify. Anyway, Marco Kasper on the power play, and then Denisenko scores as well. We're up 3-2 into the third period. Power play Coyotes to start the third. Extended power play opportunity, killed off by the Ducks. 5 minutes in. Still up by 1. Outshooting the Ducks by quite a bit, but now the Ducks are on power play, and Ryan O'Reilly will take advantage of that. 3-3 game. Do you know the legendary game Mortal Kombat, Desora? And the Ducks are now up 4-3. Classic.
I have heard of it, but I will say, not to break any hearts here, but not the biggest video game person myself. Don't play a lot of video games myself. So I have not played it myself, but I'm aware of it.
Big 4-3 choke. That'll come back to haunt us at the end of the season. Love it. And let's just keep on. Actually, how many games are we in now? That was game 27. Boff. We'll pause for a second, I guess. Mackenzie, welcome to the stream. Hey, DSR. I'm like, no problem. Glad you could drop by. Any time that you can drop in is a great time. 39 points in 27 games so far for Austin Matthews. He's just carrying the team on his own here. Kuzmenko is looking good. Slim Shady with 25 points. Teravainen 24. Ehlers 23. Nielsen 18. Boqvist with 16. That's good. Byram. Kasper is doing well enough. Barbashev is not on the same pace as this past year. No problem for autocorrects during the ship. I do mean the sock tuck into the skate or not.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I tuck my the socks go into the skate, not over the lip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Pacioretty is doing nothing. Pacioretty is a trade candidate right now with 9 points and being a -5. 6 power play, so 3 even strength points in 27 games from Max Pacioretty. Whoa. Yarn Crow, McNabb, blah, blah, blah. Goaltending, Swayman's a joke. It's because Nielsen, I don't want to put him over his head too much. He's listed as a fourth-line forward. That's the thing. Any surprise? Connor Ingram? Can we go and get Connor Ingram? I don't know. Ville Husso has ridiculous numbers in Chicago. Whoa. 941 save percentage, 1.96 goals against average. Whoa. Yeah, I'm not making a swim-in trade right now. I'm just looking at other goalies. I'm just curious. Yeah, there are good goalies out there. No, I'm not rolling with Pacioretty like that. That's not good enough. We can't have Matthews carrying us every game. Pacioretty is not good enough right now. I'm looking at trades. Pacioretty. Got the trade blocks. Okay, let's check out the trade blocks. Looking at sorting by overall. Jake Evans, Michael Carcone, meh. Bushnevich on the block in Boston. How about this? Pavel Bushnevich. Again, that's a lot of trade value, though. Bushnevich would be an interesting expiring piece there. Yanni Gourde has been there as well. Raquel's not been good enough for the second line. Nielsen has been better. Yes, he's been better, but on the third line, would his pace slow down if given too much, or would it just help him to do better? I'm not sure, but we can always experiment. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Bushnevich is an option for the trades here. Calgary, Carolina. I'm looking at NHL players right now. Mikheyev, Marcus Johansson. No, I don't want 81s here. Jared McCann, 3 years left from Detroit. Jared McCann's interesting. 13 goals, 9 assists. He brings some goal scoring. I'm not even going to entertain your comments, Slim. Jeff Carter, a little veteran depth now. So Connor Garland is interesting as well. If you look at just a trade value, Garland for Pacioretty swap wouldn't be far off. Have you both decided on paint colors? There's a lot to say about paint colors. Do you want to take that one?
Oh, I feel like we've talked to everyone about paint colors. You know what? I'll say that Desora has decided on paint colors, and we'll see.
Have you really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we'll see if data...
Okay, Slim, I'm going to get players who just win. I'm going to take every player who scores goals, toss them out, and take only players who win. Not players who score, not players who get points. I will only get players who win. That's what I'll do. Thank you for that great suggestion. Go ahead.
I don't know what I was saying about paints.
I was saying, you know your answer?
Yeah, I think I know what I went on paints, but maybe I could be convinced swayed in some different direction.
I don't even know what direction to sway in. Warren Fogle looks interesting. They're sellers, really? They don't want Pacioretty then. Has to be someone who's kind of like fringe enough. But well, they're sellers, but they're a winning team, so an expiring deal maybe would make sense. Chris Letang, New Jersey, Rangers, Senators, Penguins, Sharks, Pajot on the block from Seattle. Oh, excuse me, the hiccups are coming out of nowhere. It's from that water. Bright and alluring, or maybe medium casual colors.
I was gonna ask if you've been drinking water, Dana.
I have been drinking water, thank you. Alex Kerfoot is interesting. 4 goals, 3 assists. He's not getting a lot of ice time, though. So who had interested me again? It was... Buchnevich is the one bigger name if we have trade value to burn. Or to use, I guess you could say. While the cheaper option would be maybe McCann, maybe Bennett, maybe Garland, or maybe even Fogle. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense, though, for them to want to trade Fogle. They're a winning team. He has another year on his contract after this one. No. How about Detroit's situation? What kind of situation is Detroit in? 13, 10, and 3. They're sellers. Same kind of thing, though. Maybe they want to free up money, though. McCann's $3 million would help them out. Sorry, $5 million for 3 years. Freeing that up would help them. And then over in... Who had the other team? I'm losing my train of thought here. What was the other team? Favorite CHL team? Oof. I don't know if I have one, honestly. I don't think I have one. Oh, Buchnevich. And what situation are the Bruins in? They're sellers, and they're 12, 10, 12, and 5. So why would they want Pacioretty, right? Pacioretty in a second win, get it done anyways. McDavid is rich not by NHL contracts, but by living rent-free. Yeah, in Slim's head, exactly. We have to give a first-round pick for Buchnevich with Pacioretty if we did that. Or even a separate trade for Pacioretty and then just acquire Buchnevich. But either way, Pacioretty has not been good enough. So what we're going to do here is we'll put Nielsen up, and the third line will be Roy, Casper, and Raquel. Let's try this. Denisenko is going here, and Phil Kessel. Why not? Phil Kessel, get in here. Fourth line with Yarncrow and Denisenko. Let's do that. All right? There you go. Oh, boy. We need to win these games, guys. Come on. He's carrying... You gotta admit he's carrying the goal scoring, though. Let's be honest about the goal scoring. One other player has double digits of goals, while Matthews has 21. The next person closest almost has half as many, and everyone else under him has less than half as many. So, I think the goal scoring has been Matthews. We need someone else who can score goals in that top 9. And Jeremy Swayman isn't convincing me either. What's up down in the AHL? 12 points, 19 games. We're 6-12 and 1. Shameful. Shameful! Alright, let's go see in Garland. First period, 1-1. There you go, Slim. Slim Shady scores on the power play. Second period, 2-1. Austin Matthews on the power play. His 22nd goal of the season. Now officially doubling Ehlers, who's second in team goal scoring. Shots. Oh, there you go. Simon Nemec gets one more to give us a 2-goal lead. The AHL lines, I care more about ice time than performance. Or yeah, like individual stats, really. Kuzmenko restores our 2-goal lead after Trevor Moore scored. And this one ends 5-2 with Nielsen adding in a power play empty net goal. Perhaps, yeah, we'll get a Pens game in. There you go, Red Boy. We'll get a Pens game in for that crazy duo in Pittsburgh. Boakfist, Barbashev, Raquel, Roy, and Casper, all -1s. This has to be some 81 overall goal in these. Exactly, that's exactly it. That's exactly it, Golden. We need some random 81 overall guy to carry us. In the AHL, -4, -3, -6. Alright, Zume and Sakura can switch, I guess. But aside from that, we can't really make... Ooh, what are these plus minuses? Oh my goodness. Let's just get something changed. -14 from Terry. What's going on here on defense? -6, -1, -6, -14 from Morin. -5, -12 from Prokop. What in the world is happening? And goaltending, 898 save percentage, 3.55 goals against. Portillo has 920 save percentage. There's really not much in free agency though here in this after the expansion draft at this point. This is ugly. -1, so -6, -14 has to change. Defensive coach will not a defensive coach could make the team even worse defensively. So stop crying for the millionth time about a defensive coach. Tell him to stop crying.
Cry harder, Slim.
There, there you go. That's what we wanted. That's what the people wanted to hear. All right, let's do it. Prokop swap, little thing in the AHL, but I'm not going to break my head for the AHL lines. We got bigger things to worry about. We got bigger fish to fry. Okay, let's go another couple of weeks. I don't know, 2-3 weeks. 14, 10, and 4 is the record. Byram fractured jaw, out till New Year's Eve. Oh my goodness. Defense. Let's get Nemec up. No, or Shady. Nemec will come up with the +2. Let's do that. Shady and McNabb or Kulikov. Yeesh. Let's go McNabb, Shady, Kulikov, and Andrew Peak. Extra attacker. Matthews and Ehlers. Swayman up to a 901 save percentage now. Congrats. What day is it, though? It's he's not out for long. Kenyoni mouth concussion, don't care. 4-2 win. 5-3 win, 3-1 loss. After that loss against the Hurricanes a week prior. This guy's back. 19 save. I don't really care. I don't really care. And then you gotta exit. AHL. Pull a data on stream and smack the guts out of the spider. that was just one time.
Data smacks the guts out of my spiders.
Sometimes.
That's why I keep them around.
No, I don't. No, I'm a nice guy.
He usually puts them in the vacuum.
It depends how angry I am. Cry harder, Slim from Desora just made my night. It depends how I'm feeling. A fly who gets in the house and disrespects me, he'll get a punishment. A goal and assist from Andrew Peak, that's good. And Shady's up to an 83 overall right now. That's good as well.
Whoa.
Byram and Boakfist can keep playing together? Yeah. -6, -4, no. Nemec goes back here, like this, like that. Okay. Where are we here? Another loss against Seattle. Was it? No, that was just the calendar was wrong. So then 7-3 win, 6-4 loss, 5-1 loss, 6-1 win, 18, 15, and 4 is our record. Let's keep on going. Through this game against Dallas, 2-1 loss, 6-5 loss. Oh my goodness. If we lose this game, it's trade time here against the Predators. 6-1 loss. Trade time, everybody. Woohoo! 18, 18, and 4 is our record. Best means for dealing with flies, dust. But yeah, I work with the vacuum very often. 18, 18, and 4. Time for some changes. 33 goals from Matthews. He's going to be on... Actually, do we go one more game? No, not even. I'm not even going to the halfway point. So Austin Matthews on over a 100-point pace, over a 60-goal pace. I got to bring Data Soong and Jenna Desora to Arizona, I know. Kuzmenko almost point per game. Teravainen looking pretty good despite the negative 10. Ehlers 33 and a plus 15. I wonder what his extension ask is now. Shady 31. Nielsen 25 points and a negative 13. Boqvist 25. Casper 19 points, negative 6. Barbashev 18 points, negative 14. I think Barbashev's out. Could it be? The $5 million contract is good. But the guy scored 70 last year. And now he's on pace for not even cracking 40. Negative 14, playing the same ice time as last season. I could see Barbashev being out. Raquel 17, negative 6. Nemec, negative 5. Roy, 13 points. Kulikov. Pacioretty as well still. 4 goals, 9 points. Actually, no, he's been out of the lineup. What am I saying? It's Kessel who's been in there. Kessel, 1 goal, 5 points in 13 games. There you go. The line mates, last year it was Barbashev, Teravainen, and could it be Raquel? Now he's playing with Nielsen. And goaltending has been atrocious. Okay, Swayman is out. We're making a blockbuster here. Swayman and Barbashev. This guy, 895 save percentage, 3.53 goals against average, 90 overall. It's a real shame. It's a real true shame what this game has come to. Okay, so goalies around the league. Who are we looking at here? Actually, let's find teams. Let's find the losing teams first. Losing teams. Actually, people who wants... Let's put Swayman and Barbashev in a deal. Get Morales out of Chicago. That could be something, eh? That could be something. Okay, first things first. Barbashev, Pacioretty, and Swayman, all gone. Let's first try and find a team that wants all 4, if it exists. I doubt there's a team that wants all 4. Best would be Barbashev and Swayman. Yeah, so let's find a team that wants Barbashev and Swayman. The Predators want Barbashev and Swayman. They're 23, 15, and 2. They have Laurent Brossois. Let me get, what are his numbers, right? Let's look. 911 with a 2.86. And Anton Forsberg, 931 save percentage, of course. There you go. No, but I don't want those guys. The Kraken actually wants Swayman. Do we give ourselves even more reason to have a rivalry with the Kraken? They want to move Merzlikins, who has a 921 save percentage. But then it wouldn't make sense for them to... They have Allen in the system. They want Potatoes to be their future starter. Doesn't make a lot of sense. That's about it, eh? Alright. Next up, let's find bad teams and look at who their goalie is. Or just losing teams. That'd be a ton of trade value, though, unfortunately, Golden. That'd be we need to throw a lot more in. Okay, Philip Gustafsson, what's up with you? 899 save percentage, 3.52 goals against. Goodbye. Sabres have Jussi Saros. Interesting. 88 overall. A 900 save percentage with 3.42 goals against. Classic. Flames have Cam Talbot. Now he's 37. Oh my... Anytime we ever make a simple trade, stop building a super team. We draft players, build them up for 8 years, and have them grow to good overalls. Stop building a super team. Every year, I should just reset the team and make it an 81 overall and less challenge. Unless I have a total team of no one over 85 overall, it's Slim crying his eyes out that it's a super team. Nothing on this earth could possibly make this person happy. And it's a sad life to live. What do you think? Sad life to live?
Sad.
Sad. It's a sad life to live. So Morales over in Chicago, eh? Tough numbers, but still, that's very small sample size. 2 more years on the ELC for Miles Morales. Last year was the starter. Weren't the greatest numbers as a starter, though, for Miles Morales. But Ville Husso might be the guy that we look at. What if we take Husso and then that lets Morales... But then, no, we'd still be retrading them Swayman. Welcome to Mark. 930 save percentage for Ville Husso. but they're a winning team. Avalanche, no. Let's go back. Let's look at the Blue Jackets here. Linus Ullmark, 88 overall. 904 save percentage, 3.4 goals against. Dustin Wolf, 918 from Dustin Wolf. Yeah, those are good numbers from Husso, but the Blackhawks are a good team. Dustin Wolf is interesting. I don't know. In his simulations so far, minus his one career game in Calgary in 22-23, 44 games, 15, 16, and 3. I don't know. Dallas. Varlamov, no. Right, but would one of the best teams in the league want to trade their goalie who's been doing so well in exchange for a goalie who, yes, is a high overall, but has been terrible? I don't know if that makes a lot of sense for them where they are right now. Pure trade makes sense. Organizationally, I don't know if that makes sense. What about the Devils? Sorokin in New Jersey. Do we go save Sorokin from New Jersey with a 901 save percentage? 8x8 contract. That's a lot of trade value, though, for a guy who's not performing. So, again, all these teams that aren't good, none of them have so-so goalies. They all have horrible, high overall goalies who are horrible. Makes no sense. I'm not taking Markstrom. Tell him again. Tell him again.
Cry.
There you go. Thank you. Askarov. Askarov could be interesting from the Flyers. 908 save percentage, 3.08 goals against. That could be interesting from Philadelphia. Let's keep Askarov in mind from Philly. The Sharks. Tristan Jarry, notorious bad simmer. Yeah. Darcy Fraudster, no way I get him. Kraken, we said no. Canucks. Aiden Hill. How's Aiden Hill doing? Not even that good. Oh my goodness. No one's good in the NHL with a high overall. I'm not trading my 90 overall goalie for an 81 who's simming well and hope that it continues. Jesper Wallstedt, maybe? Jesper Wallstedt. Again, not even good numbers from him. Maybe Astarov's the guy. Let's see what Philly has to offer us, aside from the goalie. If we take Askarov and look at a second-line center as well. Top 50 Bo? Can we get Bo top 50 out of Philly? 11 goals, 35 points in 40 games. 90 for 81 with a first. I don't know. Big Bo is definitely second-line center material. It's a big contract, though. 7 by 8.5. It's a big contract for Big Bo. Nico Hischier is barely more value. And he's 3 years younger, making more than $1 million less, but for 3 years. Nico Hischier would be very good defensively for us. Would they be interested in Nico Hischier? Still over the salary cap. Could retain on Pacioretty now. They still have to give up more. Or retain 50% on Pacioretty. And then take back some more. Oops. Matt Dumba, maybe? 1 year left. We need someone who can score here. It's just Matthews for the goal scoring, I know. You can take Dumba. Still over the salary cap? Really? Oh, just barely. Come on. Also on a 1 year deal here. Frederick Goudreau. Freddie Goudreau, there you go. So this would not go through, but what would they say? Okay. So we'd have to give them value back. Washington's... I'm not even sure if I want to do this trade. I'm just looking at trade value ideas. No. Like, this would be the deal that I'd want to do, but they don't want to do this. It would probably take one of our firsts to get this done. I'm not sure the value's there, necessarily. Highly creative... Well, we'll check in at the end of the year. To go through all 20 right now would be a bit of a side quest. How about the Penguins? Let's look at some fringe teams, then. Look at fringe teams. Okay, no, we're going the other way. Who are the best performing goalies in the league?
Wow, Mighty Joe, I'm honored. Batman is actually my favorite movie.
Big Dark Knight fan here.
Big Dark Knight fan.
Joker dinner party scene. I think I've done that on the channel once or twice. You can do that whole scene. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
No, just that. Oh boy, okay, minimum 30 games played. Who's the best in saving? Ville Husso. Maybe Husso makes the most sense. I talked myself out of it. Maybe he makes the most sense in the end. Merzlikins is on the block, but then Seattle doesn't need a goalie. Unless I flip Swayman to a different team. But do I want to put all my eggs in Elvis's basket? Not really either. Alright, Ville Husso. Welcome to Seattle. Welcome to Arizona. Alright. Where am I going? Forwards. Barbashev and Pacioretty. Who do you have for me in the center category? Who do you have? Strome or Monahan? Probably Strome would make the most sense. Dylan Strome coming back to the team that drafted him 3rd overall. That would be a good storyline. He plays 4 less minutes than Monahan and has a few less, 6 less points. Let's try Dylan Strome as second line center, perhaps. Same contract as Barbashev, which is great. I was thinking that too, Hobbsy, but then the trade value doesn't work for Barbashev for Husso and Strome. Unless we do it just for Husso, but then who fills the hole at second line? I'll give you Swayman. Who can I get back? Just a rando and a pick, maybe? Yeah, I'll take back Bowers. Who else on your block, actually? Ah, well, there you go. Someone who's not completely junk. Yeah. This guy Brown instead. And what kind of picks are you have for me? They want to move their second. Can I give you? Can we do this? Maybe even a bit more. Second and a fourth. All right. Do we have the green light? We'll still try some different permutations if they don't want to do it. But do we have the green light for this idea of a package? Barbashev for Strome, Swayman for Husso, then Pacioretty for the value, and we get back a second and a fourth. Do we like this? As I take a moment to hydrate. I'll also take a moment just to plug in my computer to charge. Give me a second. Yeah. Only thing is that Morales then can't really become the starter in Chicago if Swayman goes there. Yeah, that's true, but he's only signed on for 4 more years, and Morales is still like a 19-year-old. Ooh, get a future second. Good idea, because we have 2 seconds already in this draft, right, we said? But that might... I think that holds more value. Green light, but we salute Patches as he leaves the city. Very nice. I don't think we can get a future second. I'll try it, but I don't think we can get a future second. 2026 second with a fourth. What do you say here? Chicago trade rejected. Aren't where you need to be. Let's go back to this one here. So a second and a fourth. Chicago, what do you say to this? Aren't quite close to fair value. So this will go through in a moment. We'll change the... Actually, let's take a fifth next year then. We'll go a second this year and a fifth next year. Chicago, or even do we go for the first? We have 1 second. Do we go for the first? Do we trade something to go for the fourth? We're doing all right, Mark. We are doing all right. Great to hear from you, and glad you could join us here tonight. Do you try to flip a third for a first? Or is that just too crazy now? Let's just second for fifth it. Reject. Let's go second and sixth. Oh yeah, sixth next year then. Second and a sixth, still rejected, so quite close to fair value. Second and a seventh next year. Second and a seventh, Chicago. Okay, just the second then. Unless we want to swap sevens, we could always do that. That usually works when the value's this close. Leave the like. There you go. And seven. Oh, it wasn't there. A current fifth. We could try, yeah, but let's try seventh for seventh. What do you say? There we go. That's the usual flip. Seventh for seventh. Thank you, Chicago. Considering it a done deal. Like, two of our top three picks. Am I not mistaken? I went Matthews, Fiala, Swayman. We'd already traded Fiala and Swayman. Thank you to Swayman, Pacioretty, and Barbashev. Barbashev with his 70-point season, then next year on pace for like 40. Let's change it up there. Welcome home Dylan Strome and Ville Husso, our new starter. He will instantly plummet in his numbers, but at least let's give it a chance. Dylan Strome fills in as second-line center, gives it a +1, has a great top 6 fit. That's good news. And we'll also get him on the power play and whatnot. I think he'll just slot into... Yeah, he'll even play first unit for the power play. And goaltending, we'll be able to have Ville Husso with Marc-Andre Fleury. Husso with crazy numbers right now, but an expiring contract. So I'm sure the storyline could work where we can say Chicago wasn't going to sign him, and he wanted to go where he was going to be able to have somewhere that he could be for a long time, and we're going to go ahead and extend him as part of the storyline. So we have 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and 2 thirds in this upcoming draft, which is great. Tell the world I'm coming, Strome. He's back. Let's go to contract extensions now. We gotta shake things up here, guys. Missing the playoffs is not acceptable. So, and what does Ehlers want at this point? Ehlers has come back down to earth. Okay, and he still does not want the extension though. So if I go to the I don't know if I want to go 85%, but we can play with the calculator a little bit. So if we do... We can go 6 years. We can go 6 years on him. If we go 6 years on Ehlers, 8 million. 85% is 6.8. But if we go 6 by 7 on Ehlers, I think that would be a fair deal for everybody. 6 by 7 on Nick Ehlers, and see what he has to say. Worst case, he gets upset again, and then his demand goes crazy again, and we trade him. But I'm not going to overpay for an 86 overall. 6 by 7 is my max. I'm not going to go 6 by 8 or plus just because. 6 by 7, you're going to take a couple days to think about it. That's great. Kuzmenko, he wants 6 by 7. Relax, buddy. I'm definitely going fully to 85% on this. That's 5.9. So 6 by 6. I could do that on Kuzmenko. A 6 by 6 on Kuzmenko is fair enough. Let's go ahead and send those out. And of course, Ville Husso. Fleury wants an extension too, but Ville Husso, looking at 5 by 5.9. His 4 and 6 year demands are crazy. So 5 years is actually good. 5.9, 85% is 5.05. So 5 years at 5.25 could definitely be digestible. 5 years at 5.25. Let's see what Ville Husso says about that. All right? Think about it. Marc-Andre Fleury, you want to do 1 year? He would do 1 year, but we'll let it come. His demand will come down a little bit more over time. So no need to rush it. Okay, we're back to the calendar now. So here we go, facing the Panthers at Amerant Bank Arena in Florida with the new look Coyotes, Husso and Strome in the lineup. We are 18, 18, and 4. Let's turn around from here at the halfway point. We'll pause after this game to look at the team stats, to just look at our pace. Then we'll keep on rolling. First period, 0-0. Second period, 3-2. All right. Nielsen opens it up. Veleno, then Point, and Hayes. 3-1 Panthers. Then Austin Matthews gets us back into it. Shots are 28-24 Florida, and we're down by 1. Power play Florida to start the period, killed off. And we're back to even strength 5 minutes in. Being on top by a little bit, but Phil Kessel on the power play. Phil the Thrill with a clutch power play goal to tie this one up. 9 minutes to go. Shots tied at 33. Score tied at 3. But Joe Veleno scores his second of the game to put Florida up by 1. Husso's doing what he can, but we need the offense. 4 goals on 39 shots. Great effort. But where is the offense? We need the even strength offense. Yeska, welcome back. Sorry, I said we'd pause. So we're on pace to go 36, 38, and 8. Unacceptable. We're going to let things marinate a little bit after we make those trades, but things need to change. 23rd, in the NHL right now. 3.51 goals for, 3.39 goals against. Power play 24.1, second best power play in the NHL, and we're 23rd. Penalty kill 84%, 8th best penalty kill in the NHL. Ridiculous. It's the even strength scoring. I don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. Let's go back to the calendar and see if the universe will help us out here. Okay, let's just sim a couple of weeks. Let's go see the Penguins, actually. Nielsen down to the 3rd, maybe. Ramses, hey, long time no see from long-time viewer. Ramses 424, doing very well, my friend. Glad you could join us this evening. Very, very happy to see you. Hope everything's going well. Let's get, what's his name, out. It was injury to Boakvist. So Nemec will go back to the top pair, or should it be Shady, yeah? Yeah, let's go and Byram. I don't know. Let's go Shady, I guess. McNabb with Nemec and Peak with Kulikov. On the 3rd pair. Okay. Ehlers, easy decision to renew. There you go. The 6x7 from Ehlers. The 5x5.25, or was it 4 years for Husso? Good. And Kuzmenko on the 6x6. Great. And then an 8-1 win to celebrate. Amazing. Then we get shut out 3-0. But there you go. So 3 big extensions taken care of. That's great news. If we go look at the contracts now, we have a lot of money to play with next season. All expiring. That leaves us McNabb's the biggest one to get extended. Still $17.5 million to play with. That's great. McNabb's probably out. And we'll have money to maybe be players in free agency. You never know. You never know. Back to the calendar. As we continue to simulate towards that game against the Penguins, a couple of weeks away. In Carolina, we lose 6-3. Ehlers, next strain. Oh my goodness. Karavainen comes up. Let's get Raquel back over here. Who's the goal scorer on this line going to be? We need a winger, a goal scorer on the wing here. Maybe Kuzmenko and Matthews should be broken up. Even though Kuzmenko seems to seem like a playmaker there. Watching the Vancouver episode this morning, I got back from work just a bit ago. Perfect timing, Ramses. Glad you could stop by. Really happy to see you. Let's go Raquel top line. Teravainen, Matthews, Raquel, Kuzmenko. Oh, wow, that'd be crazy? Probably. No, let's do it. Kuzmenko, Strome, and Roy. Nielsen, Kasper, and Kessel. There's a beast out there, so let's get Kessel in. Denisenko, Yarncrow, Martinuk. There you go. Like Brown I can send down, I forgot. That rhymes. With the android himself. Hey, thank you, Ramses. Power play. Peace, guys. Oh my. Nemec can play with. Wah, I don't know. -2, don't care. And this guy, Brown's gonna go down. Yeah. Does he play in the AHL? Would he find a spot there? Over the 69, the 71? -15, -12, -15. Yeah, you're out, Mr. -15. Brown's coming in. Cole Brown. 6th round pick of the Devils in 2023 here in this universe, right? How are the plus-minus is looking? -5, -5, -6, -10, -19, -15. What a joke. Switch him up, I don't know. -14, -12, -11, -13, -4, -14. Ah, it's a lost season. Forget it. Okay, Boakvist is now back to full health. Great. I don't want Fleury playing too much here, eh? Do I have to play with the I need Husso. How much has he played? 3 appearances. Let's get, make sure Husso's here. Question for Desora. Without telling us what you do for work, what is your ultimate dream job if finances weren't an issue, if location wasn't an issue, and if everything else was in a perfect world?
That is really hard. I was recently asked this question. Actually.
She was recently asked this question, like 2 days ago. I remember this.
And I didn't really have a good answer for him, but the first thing that comes to my mind is I have great aspirations of just being a mom one day. So maybe being a stay-at-home mom. I love to cook and bake, and all of those things would be super fun for me.
As I mentioned, I've mentioned on stream before, I was homeschooled growing up in elementary school, so we're big believers in the homeschool system. We love it a lot. We've seen a lot of the benefits of it. So in a perfect world, we would be tag teaming for some homeschooling stuff going on. So that kind of goes into what Desora is saying here too.
Right. So I love having a career and all of those things also now, but that's kind of one thing that comes to my mind when I think of the perfect setup.
Hey, Mr. Sean Avery, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the question as well to Desora. I think I'm going to play Peak over McNabb, actually, when I look at those plus minuses. You know what? Peak should play instead of McNabb. He's been better. Yes! Read my mind, Gen Z. You read my mind. So there you go. Andrew Peak is going to be playing with Kulikov. Shady with Nemec can continue. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. McNabb has not been very good. If she doesn't say professional taco taste tester, I'll be sad. Sorry, King Turby, but that can be the side hustle.
That's a really, really good one, though. I do love a good taco. I love any Mexican food.
Okay, so 5-2 win. Peak's going to play instead of McNabb, and defense is fully healthy. It's just Ehlers is coming back, I think, in about a week from now. So let's keep on simulating. In Buffalo, no, 2/3 for Geeky. Come on. 2-1 win, 4-3 overtime win, 3-2 shootout loss. Nick Ehlers is back now. Very good. How's Kessel doing? Kessel, 9 goals, 7 assists in 22 games. He's staying in. Next date night? Yeah, I know. I know now. Let's go Nick Ehlers back in. But Kessel's going to stay on the 3rd line, I think. How's it going up here? -11, 35 goals. Raquel has 20 points, -8. How's Strome doing over here? Strome, 5 points in 9 games. Oh, King Turby. King Turby with another very generous donation. As always, all hail the king. Late, but hey. Never too late for King Turby with the usual 125. Very much appreciated. As King Turby's original donation, the big one, a while back to get the new laptop, I was pushing and pushing and pushing, waiting until there was time that this laptop was kaput, and pretty much the day was today. And that donation, I was saying, too bad, that donation didn't quite cover it. But then I when you look at all the subsequent donations that came in after, it more than made up the difference, and we'll be able to still keep a lot in the treasury for future games and whatever else it is. So thank you as always to King Turby, helping to fund the channel, and one of the ways in which, if you want to see how is that happening, what are the tangible ways to see that? The new microphone in the last year, the new chair in the last year, the new computer on its way. That's how I'm putting it back into all of you. Well, it's great to buy some furniture and pay some home insurance and stuff like that, which we'll have to do a fundraiser before by the time we get married next year. It's great to be able to pay for the things on the channel as well. So Josh Roy, maybe Ehlers comes up for Roy, maybe. Lunch money there. That pays for lunch. That pays for lunch.
It's a nice lunch.
Yeah. Let's Ehlers 13-21. Let's get Raquel. Let's go Strome, Kuzmenko, Raquel. Ehlers, Matthews, Teravainen. Let's try that. +3 either way. Okay, let's try that. Joshua back to the 4th line. With McNabb healthy scratch and Martin healthy scratch. There you go. Thanks, Mark. We know we can count on you. Okay. You're ready to sell mine. What, your laptop? Or your house? Thank you, Leafs King. Happy to hear. Then a 3-2 loss against the Ducks. We're 22-22-5. The Coyotes are just cursed. When I did the Demidov simulation with the Coyotes, I think they made the playoffs 1 out of the 20 years, if I remember correctly. The Coyotes are just cursed. 5-2 loss against the Jets. Okay, is Fleury starting these games? Hold on. Do I have to turn auto goalie rotate off? Auto goalie rotate. Again. Because they're both 84s, right? Auto rotate goalies off. Oh my goodness. Let's see how Flower's doing. Why is he starting all these games? Why is he starting all these games? Husso is the starter. 5 appearances, 2 good numbers, but can't get these wins with this supporting cast. This disgusting cast. Ridiculous. Still blooming at 40 years of age. All right, the 23-23-2 Penguins hosting us at PPG Paints Arena. Can we get back to 500 ourselves? First period, 1-1, Raquel and Dennis David. There he is. Second period, 2-1. Thank you, Phil Kessel, against one of his former teams. Shots 31-22, 2-1 Coyotes. Power play, Arizona. Extended opportunity. Like 8 minutes of power play gone to nothing. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Calais Yarncrow, to put us up by 2 now. Shots are 42-25. I don't know why we can't just finish these chances. Dylan Strome makes it 4-1. We have to get 50 shots to get a few goals in. So if we don't get 50 shots, we can't win, I guess. Shots end 47-27, and we win 4-1. Husso, 26 saves. That's why we got him. Raquel with a goal and assist. Same for Strome. Back to 500 with a 23-23-5 record, but we're not going to be able to make the playoffs with that kind of record. Come on now. Let's keep on going. Switch to the Blackhawks. Yeah, it's a poverty team right now, but David's carrying. In Minnesota for a 5-3 win. In Dallas for a 4-1 win. Good. We're 25-23-5, facing the 30-17-5 Blackhawks. Jeremy Swayman, Ivan Barbashev, Max Pacioretty, all facing off against the Coyotes. Get ready for a crazy revenge game. First period, 1-0. Bowen Byram opens up the scoring on Swayman. I forgot, our second pick was Byram. It went Matthews, Byram, Swayman, Fiala, if I remember right. Yeah, it's doable. It's doable. Who would request a trade? Oh, Dennis David? Maybe. Second period, 2-2. Cutter Gauthier ties it up. Cole Caulfield puts them ahead, but then Teravainen against Morales as Swayman got pulled for whatever reason. And now it's 2-2. Question for Desora, how do you like Montreal?
That is a wonderful question. I love Montreal. I love the culture in Montreal, the language in Montreal even.
Austin Matthews makes it 3-2, but then Monahan ties it 3-3. And then Kucherov right back makes it 4.
Yeah. Beautiful place.
Nemec ties it at 4. Sorry, I'm trying to do both at once here. Power play Chicago! Come on! Tom Wilson scores a power play goal. But then Adam Boqvist against the team that drafted him ties right back at 5. Power play late. Could it be? Final 10 seconds, we're off to overtime. Huge comeback there. Shots end 41-33 for the Coyotes. And we're tied at 5. Overtime. How is Desora's French? Go ahead. What do you think, Lieutenant?
Well, that's maybe more of a question for you.
Pacioretty overtime winner incoming. This is going to be some ugly... The last time we went in, like an hour ago, it was some of the worst EA physics we'd ever seen. The stick shot the puck one way, and it went the other way. I mean, when you remember the 3 hours to the airport?
Yeah, I was in the car with him then.
Nick Ehlers! Oh, big save, Morales. Yeah, so yeah, her French is coming along well. The Marchand goal was ridiculous. Hold on, here comes Kucherov with a chance, one-on-one. Hold on, back to Monahan on that big rebound, but cleared out. Very well done. There you go. No, Ehlers, what are you doing? Ehlers, Monahan, no! Come on, Kucherov blocked. Shady, up to Matthews. Pets in. Away, Austin, away. There you go. Matthews with space. Oh, I almost turned it into a breakaway there. Matthews, what are you doing? No, gives it away to Jiricek. Fighting for it in the corner. Come on, Slim. There you go. Shady with it. In front. Shady! Backhand stopped by Morales. The Spider-Man making the saves. Jiricek leading the charge out of Chicago territory. Kucherov 2-on-1 against Shady. Just giving him all the time in the world. Oh my goodness, go get him, please. And Husso will hang on. Slim Shady, he has like a 2-star defense for a reason. That was disgusting. 55 seconds into overtime, and that was something. Teravainen and Kasper are out versus Caulfield and Gauthier. Gauthier. Gauthier is the worst one of all of them. Like, I'd rather say Savoy before Gauthier. Gauthier makes me just cringe. I don't know what. Like, something really feels wrong inside of me. Caulfield, and now here's a pass for Gauthier. Here he is. Cutter Gauthier. Big pad save from Ville Husso. Caulfield, big sprawling save again. Casper in the corner loses it to Caulfield. He shakes off his man. Gets it down to Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier with more space. Another save through traffic from Husso. Gauthier to the point. Dante Fabro scores from the point through traffic. Oh my goodness. Another overtime loss. Shots end 43-40 in our favor. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no blocks. Blocks. Why didn't he block it? Why would a defenseman block the shot? Asking way too much. Okay, continuing on. 5-4 win against the Senators, very good. 4-1 loss, 3-2 shootout win, 4-1 win. There you go. 2-1 win, 4-2 win. The Rangers, we have their first round pick. We want to bury them. We are 30-24-6. It's not over yet. Where's the passion? Yes, Ramses. Where is the passion? We need more defense. 6 goals against is not acceptable. Where is the passion on defense? So ask for the passion.
Where's the passion?
And then we lose 5-0 and 5-2 after those 2 games. Oh, they didn't listen to Jenna. They didn't listen to Jenna. Listen to Lieutenant Jenna.
Wow, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that.
Let's do one more. And Buffalo, 6-1 loss. No! After that, we stringed together some wins, and then we outscored 16-2. 16-3 over 3 games. Zero passion. Shake up at the deadline. Yeah, we gotta start. And my brain is frying. Matthews with 77 points here as we pause for the deadline. We need some command you jokes going. Oh yeah, we can always command works anywhere. We can command anywhere. Matthews 77, Kuzmenko 55, Teravainen 51, still negative 12. Ehlers 45 and 59. Do we need to get him back on the first line? Shady 44, negative 10. Boqvist 39. Nielsen 33, negative 19. Do we need to send him back down? Or even yet, do we need to shake things up and trade this created player for another created player? This is ridiculous now. Byram 30, Raquel 29 points. Raquel 29 points. Raquel and Nielsen for a created player and a third liner. What do you say to that? Dylan Strome, 12 points in 23 games, negative 3. Meh. Kessel, 22 and 36. What a machine. Casper, 22, negative 15. Oh my goodness. Do we send him back down? Oh, he's 81 overall now. Yarn Crow, Roy. Send down Joshua Roy. I don't know if we can afford to go into seller mode. That's the whole point of this series, you know? We can't afford to go into seller mode. It's not allowed. Husso. How's Husso doing? 10, 6, and 2, 908 save percentage, 3.02 goals against average, of course. And if I gotta see the MVP numbers. The MVP numbers from Jeremy Swayman right now. I gotta see his MVP numbers. There he is. Okay, he's not doing well. 897, 3. Good. Good. Ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Shake up on its way. Roy and Nielsen. What can that... Sorry, what am I saying? Roy is going down. Nielsen and... who was it? Raquel. That's who it was. How's Beckett Seneca doing, by the way? Beckett Seneca up to a 70 overall. 46 points in 47 games in the OHL. Yeah, let's try and get a different created player. Any who are wingers? Let's just look for medium elite. One of them will be medium elite. Just look for medium elite. Caulfield, no. We're right. Tuck, no. Here. Well, Wu Mei was a medium top 6 one. But getting healthy scratch? Oh, this could be a good storyline. Wu Mei being... Remember... Yes! Wu Mei... 20 goals and 32 points in 24 games last season, getting buried in the lineup. And this year, a healthy scratch all season. I think I'm going to stop the search right there. We'll keep looking for due diligence, but Wu Mei, I think, is the answer for storyline and for scoring help. I think it'd be nice to see down the road Potatoes and McGee on a team together. 2 professional Ironmen. Yeah, it would be something. Wu Mei from Japan. There's also Logan Johnston, 87 overall. Sorry, Landon Johnston. See, how does Landon Johnston grow like that? And Nielsen's a joke. Landon Johnston with 58 points. Kings are a winning team. Yeah, they wouldn't want to do that. Any others who are right? Dennis David, but the Penguins need him. They love him. Hey, Desora, comment vas-tu?
Bien.
There you go. Very good. Jaden Pittis, 86 overall in Seattle, but we're not going to trade it to Seattle, I don't think. There's Lucas Raymond, who we were told to get earlier. Myla Wren is also another one. Myla Wren... 141 penalty minutes from Myla Wren. Myla's going to love that. Myla Wren racking up the penalty minutes in Toronto.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
Is that it? Yeah, the Rogers-David connection can't be broken up, I don't think. Did I miss a... I think I may have missed one. Could it be? No, I think I got them all. So I think Wu Mei is the target. If we look at acquiring Wu Mei, getting buried by the Panthers organization, I'll give you Nielsen and Raquel. Now I want to take back a good forward. If I'm giving... Like, I want a third-line replacement for Raquel, basically. Yeah, Jeff, we could check... Yeah, we should probably check left wingers, too. Yeah, sorry, I should check left wingers. Just any winger. You should check wingers. Lindstrom... No, none of them there. I think there's a master sheet of where all these guys are, right? May for Raquel and keep Nelson for... we could do that. You're right. It depends on what else Florida has to offer, Hobbsy. But you're actually very right when I think about it. But it just would depend on what else Florida has to offer. Was there one? Who's this? Oh, this is a generated player. Randy Ho, high elite, 85 overall, monster in LA. Randy Ho and Landon Johnston, 2 machines there. Right, Bushnevich is on the block. We want to look at swapping one created, or just bringing in one of the created players. But Bushnevich would be there for lower trade value, for more if we're looking at moving out someone with more trade value. Again, it comes down to what Florida has to offer us, probably. But Wu Mei presents a very good storyline. Hobbsy to Nielsen's protection, yes. There's Rogers, can't touch him over in Pittsburgh. There's Jenna Desor, we can't take her out of Seattle though. Tony Twist Jr., what's he up to in Toronto? Is he an enforcer or just a power forward? Arizona's in the Central. That's right. I kept saying that. I said we're in the same division as Seattle, but they're in the Pacific and we're in the Central. That was my mistake. Wu Mei. Who, me? Who else but Wu? Yeah, I think let's check out what Florida has to offer first, then we'll look at Boston with Bushnevich on the block. If you look at forwards, sorting by overall. Yeah, Seattle's going to be great in a few years. So we could take back a Warren Fogle kind of guy. Yeah, if Florida has nothing, then we could go Raquel for May, and then Nielsen for Bucho. I could see that. Good point. So Florida, maybe Zach Benson? If we throw in a pick? Would that be crazy to take Zach Benson back? Benson and May. Would that be crazy? And we have 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Let's see if we threw in one of these thirds. Do we have a green light on this one? Should we try this? Worst case, it doesn't work out. We just do Raquel for May. But should we try to make it work for Benson? And then worst case, we just do... So essentially, do we want May and Benson for Nielsen, Raquel, and a pick? Or Raquel for May, and then Nielsen and a pick for Bushnevich, right? So do we want Benson or Bushnevich? Benson, medium elite, 85 overall, 19 years of age, 38 points in 63 games, playmaker with some crazy passing. There you go, Mighty Joe. The French is evolving. Or, I might as well just look at his numbers, just to be fair. I think it would be crazy, but I think we do it anyways, yeah. And do we look at, Bushnevich is 87. He's only 29. Again, more of a playmaker simulation kind of guy. Expiring deal, so it cost more of a question mark. Bushnevich is better than Benson, but long-term, Benson probably gives you a lot more, right? So I would say, worst case, I'm happy with Bushnevich, but let's at least make this try and work. If we go Benson and May... And we said, we'll try a second if it doesn't work. What do you say to this, Florida? No, so we'll try one of our seconds. Or should we try a third and a fourth first? Or even 2/3. Let's try a third and a fourth first. Yeah, value looks a little bit better like that. What do you say to this, Florida? The value's there. If they were on the block, this would probably go through. But because they're not on the block, it's going to be harder to make happen. So let's offer them a second. Let's give them Chicago second. They're a good team. So Chicago second with Nielsen and Raquel. What do you say to this now? Value too far off. I'd probably be willing to go to even 2 seconds. Second and a fourth, not sufficient. Second, and Washington's third. Second and a third, too far off. Now, the next question is, do we have the green light for this? For 2 second-round picks. Is this too far? It might even cost a little bit more, but this would be the base of the trade. Do we have the green light for this? Or do we scrap it and just go get Bushnevich instead of Benson? Green from Gen Z. Just take a moment for a couple eye drops here. Their status is sellers, despite being 32, 23, and 8. It's ridiculous. King Turby over in Toronto, we can check him out later on for sure. I like it. I abstain, says Mighty Joe. I'd say let's see what happens. If not, then we get Boosh. How good are the Rangers? We'll check that out too. All right, let's offer this. Value isn't sufficient at all. Okay, so I'll try one more with like a fourth, and then we'll... Now, I'll give them my best offer. My best offer is 2 seconds and a third. Florida, reject. A bit low for us. So you know what? It would probably take 3 seconds, a second next year. Do we want to do that? Or let's see, what would it cost to just get Bushnevich? And by the way, Toronto... Sorry, the Rangers are 31, 27, and 3. Or we could give one of our first-round picks, yeah. If you just want Bushnevich... The value is in our... Like, we could take value back from Bushnevich, even. Can we get a first from Boston if we give value back? Can I give a Nielsen and 2/3 for a Boston first? I'm just going to offer this and see what happens. Isn't it all? Go, okay. But Boston... This could be a tempting first, because they're going to be... They're sellers. Yeah, if we're trading it... Yeah, we'll definitely get Wu Mei from Florida. For Rickard Raquel. No, a second wouldn't be enough. A second, a third, and a sixth. How close is this? Too far off? So, do we just do Nielsen for Buchnevich and a pick, or do we try to squeeze Boston's first out of this? What say you? While you think about that, let's go. I'll go make the Wu Mei trade with Florida. Worst case, we make a separate deal for Benson after. Golden wants to squeeze the first. It would take Raquel and a pick. Probably. So if we could squeeze a first and a pick if we give more, try and get the first. If it doesn't work out, go get Benson and May. So essentially, do we want to give... Hold on. Let's see. What would it take for Buchnevich and a first? It'll come down to... I want a first and a fourth from Boston. I would give you a second and 2/3, maybe? Yeah, Nielsen's 20. I think we got to squeeze the first or chase Benson. And Mighty Joe, as Nielsen's agent, will abstain. Fair enough. So Nielsen, a second and 2/3. So in the end, it would be Nielsen, Raquel, a second and 2/3 for Buchnevich and a first, because that fourth would be flipped in the May trade. Buchnevich, May, and Boston's first for Nielsen, Raquel, a second and 2/3. Or do we trade Nielsen, Raquel, and 3 seconds for Benson and Buchnevich? Essentially, Nielsen, Raquel, and a second stay the same, but do we add 2 extra thirds or 2 extra seconds? 2 extra seconds for Buchnevich and a first. Sorry, 2 extra thirds for Buchnevich and a first. 2 extra seconds for Benson. Is that making sense? Is that making sense, Desora?
Oh, yeah.
Very good. So I like the possibility of a top pick from the Bruins, but Zach Benson already is like a 20-year-old 85 overall. That fits our timeline a little bit more. But we give up less value. I don't think we'd need to flip. Oh, we could flip the Boston's first for Benson. But then we get Buchnevich, Benson, and May? Then who goes where? 1 vote for Buchnevich, 1 vote for Benson. Any thoughts here, Lieutenant?
I think the chat knows best.
Chat knows best.
Let the votes come in.
Let the votes come in. I mean, we already have a first. Benson says Yeska. Because Buchnevich would need an extension at like 6, 7, 8 million. Yeah, he's 85-19. He's better than anyone else that we would draft anyways. Even if it was like a top 10 pick. Okay, May, Benson, Nielsen, Raquel. With 3 seconds. That keeps us our 2 firsts. Can we get Benson, Bush, and May? I don't think so. Unless we would trade, it would take Raquel. Because to take May, not unless, like, we'd have to flip Boston's first for sure. Hold on, then who goes where in the lineup? I gotta think about this. This is a defining moment in the series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because then that, if Buchnevich is in the top 6, Desora, as this universe is separate from other series, as the first regularly professional female hockey player playing at the highest level, what's your message to growing fans looking up to you?
Oh, sorry, I missed that. One more time.
As this universe is separate from the other series, as the first regularly professional female hockey player playing at the highest level, what's your message to growing fans looking up to you?
Wow. Well, I think the world needs more female hockey players, females in different areas. Go get them, I say.
Great. Love it. Because then the biggest question is just, if the top 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Bushnevich 9. So, I mean, someone in this list, does the Sora have any thoughts on the potential deals?
Chat knows best.
Chat
Data
knows
best.
2 players. Sorry, let me count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he's getting traded. Sorry, Raquel is. Raquel's being traded. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. Bushnevich 8, Benson 9, May is 10. So someone in this top 9 bumps to the 4th line. That's Yarn Crow. So yeah, it could work in theory. It could work. Let's go crazy, guys. Let's go crazy. Let's keep track of what goes in and what goes out here. Okay, Bushnevich. Bushnevich is coming over for, I don't know, a first? No. Just gotta play with who goes where and when. Nielsen to the east makes sense for us as well. So so we'll trade Nielsen so we can take back value and then flip that value. So we said Nielsen a first and Bushnevich a first and a fourth. Was it 2 seconds and a third, 2 seconds and a fourth? Nielsen, 2 seconds and a fourth, or was that too much? Let's try. 2 seconds and a fourth, trade rejected. So just for the first, 2 seconds and a fourth. Is that good enough? Isn't sufficient at all. A second and 2/3 could we do? Was that what we were thinking about? A second and 2/3 for the first, too far off. At a third, no, we don't have a third. A fourth in 2026 isn't sufficient at all. So we'll go 2 seconds and a third then, I guess. Isn't sufficient at all again. So if I give you our first and our third for your first and your second, would that be crazy? That probably wouldn't happen. How about your first and third? No. Bushnevich in the first might not work. Bushnevich would work, but we could take back... Just the first is too much value. We could take back 2 seconds, maybe. How about that? You know, that's a bit too much. A second... Could a second and a third work? Probably not even. That is crazy, Mighty Joe. Tell me about it with the furniture. Tell me about it. Second and a fourth. Too far off, still. Second and a fifth. A bit low for us. So I'll flip you a 7th here. Can I take back your 7th? Can we swap 7ths to make this happen? Boston, or just a touch? Alright, so Nielsen and a 7th for Bushnevich, a 2nd and a 5th. Trade accepted. Nielsen, we wish you all the very best. Wasn't working out with, I don't know, ice time, playmaking, plus minus. Thank you for your service, and we're not done yet. Nielsen's off to Boston. Bushnevich, welcome to Arizona. And then... Hold on. Oh my goodness, I said replacing all lines. Always the 4-man. Always the 4-man. Then we go to Florida. And we say, Florida, I would like Benson and May In exchange, I will flip you Boston's... No. Can we keep Boston second? I give you our 2 seconds. Arizona and Chicago, 2 seconds. Along with Rickard Rakell. We probably got to throw one of the firsts in there. The first we couldn't get from Boston. We would have New York's first, Boston's second, and Washington and ours third. Flipping a first in 2 seconds. First seconds wouldn't be enough. Let's try Arizona's first, Boston's second, Chicago's second. With Rakell. Rejected. I don't know if they're going to want to do this no matter what. Even with 3 seconds? Yeah, they want to do this, eh? So maybe... Do we say we tried, but it just didn't work, and we flip Bushnevich? Basically, who do we want? If it's not going to work, do we flip Bushnevich to Florida? If it's just not going to work, do we flip if we want Bushnevich more than Benson? Yeah, just Benson. No, but we really want to create a player. Rakell and Bushnevich, do we flip them? One at a time. Maybe. It would take a lot of our picks, though. If we want just Wu Mei, it would take Rakell and Chicago second. No, that's probably a bit too much. Chicago and our third. Sorry, our third and Rakell for Wu Mei. Washington's third? No. I don't want to give a second. Well, Chicago's second is lower value. They're quite far off in value, really. This guy's... Wu Mei is a healthy scratch. You don't want to make a trade with me. Second and a sixth. Oh, we believe the transaction... Okay, thank you. Wu Mei is in. Now the question is, can we do a Benson deal on top of all that, too? And call it the same trade? Rickard Rakell, thank you for your service here in Arizona. Wu Mei will not be disrespected from the wonderful country of Japan. I'm gonna snap. I said replace on all lines. Right, Tesora?
Replace.
Wu Mei. Okay, Florida again. Now they have Trocheck on the block. What? Change their team make. Now they're sellers because they traded Wu Mei? Come on. Now I want Benson. What's it going to cost for Benson now? Just 2 seconds and 2/3. Does that get it done? No. Yeah, I remember it clearly, Hobbsy. No, we can't trade that much value, I don't think. And I mean, that much quantity. Our own first and second. We keep New York and Boston's first and second. Our own first and second. Yeah, we'll give a first. And Cagnoni or something. Toss him in there with his negative 21. He's not going to grow, I don't think. A first, a second, and Cagnoni for Benson. What do you say here? We've done all right meeting our block needs. Good. Getting there. We're almost there. Tuzolino. No, I want to keep Tuzolino. Who are these other guys? We 4 goals, negative 17. How many? Can I toss one of these guys in? But then 50 players. Can I take back Hauser? I don't want Hauser though. There's someone with 1 year left on the deal. They want to trade this guy Mackey. Value's too far off. A first, a second, and a third then. Is there a late pick I could take back? First, a second, and a third. Take back a sixth. Yeah, I'm giving a third. Just try and squeeze as much as possible, as always. No. I have to get first in 2 seconds. I want to keep Boston second, though. I'll give you my second next year, then. Next year, going to take back a sixth and a seventh, just to see what happens. Not sufficient at all. Sweet, it's just a touch. This might go through. A first and 2 seconds. Basically, Cagnoni and Forcefall, don't even worry about them. A first and 2 seconds. So it's going to be, in the end, it's Raquel. Was it a third? Raquel, a third, and a sixth. So Raquel, a first, 2 seconds, a third, and a sixth for Benson and May. Trade accepted. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. What do you say about that, Jenna?
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Big news in Arizona. Big news in Arizona. Benz, that's a huge pickup for the long-term success of this team. AHL, just best lines at this point with the way that this team is performing. Just best lines. As long as Geeky is first line, don't care. That's a massive deal for this team. Morin, horrible stats. Well, we'll get him in there, I guess. Huge moment right now for Arizona history. We're not leaving, and this tells the league that we're serious. Whatever. Okay. So now when it comes to our NHL lineup, let's see how this team looks. Reports out of Arizona that fans were so happy the dust storm actually rerouted when it approached the city. Love it. I'm assuming DeSora doesn't call you data in everyday life and vice versa? No. Not too often, eh?
Only when I'm referring to the channel. Right,
No.
right.
Yeah. Great question. So, Bushnevich, Geeky back to the team that drafted. That's true, we had him from the beginning. So, Bushnevich is going to play top line with Matthews and, I guess, Ehlers? Second line, Kuzmenko, Strome, and May. So I could work. Teravainen, Kasper. Does Benson go second line or third line? That's the question. Denisenko comes out. Kessel needs to stay in. Denisenko's been okay, but we can't not play Benson. Or not play Kessel. Benson has a great fit. Yeah, good top 9 fit. And Wu Mei has a good first and third line fit, so maybe it would work better to even do this. I'm just worried about too much playmaking on the second line. But let's try +2/+2. Let's go with it. Wu Mei with Marco Kasper and Teravainen. Strome third line, then who goes second line center then? Benton has 76 face-offs, but who would go third line? Who would go second line center is the question. Now Marnik and Denisenko there. Bushnevich, Matthews, Ehlers +5. Benson, Strome, Kuzmenko +2. Teravainen, Kasper, May +2. On the power play. Controller battery's getting low. Let's go Bushnevich here. Gives it a +4. May here. Teravainen here, and Benson will come in as well. Sorry, Kessel. We love you, Phil, but he has 3 power play goals as well. He'll keep playing, but we got to get Benson in here. Swap Kasper and Strome. I don't know. Kasper hasn't been impressing me that much. McNabb's been struggling with the +-, and Peak's been doing better. It's just been as simple as that. So I think it's a -2. Of course it does. Kasper -15. That's why. So Wu Mei would be the finisher. Hey, I didn't want to do that. Unless Boakvist and Slim Shady switch. Shady comes in to give it a 0. But then Boakvist brings it down from a +4 to a 0. So we can't do that either. Oh, it's a +2? No, but May's not supposed to be here. This was supposed to be Bushnevich. Yeah. Hold on a second. So Bushnevich goes here, gives it a +4. Shady swaps with Boakfist. Hey, it's a 0. Forget it. What if Bushnevich came in here instead of Teravainen? Gives it a 0 instead of a -2. Have Teravainen played instead of Bushnevich. Brings it down to a 0 again. No, we can't afford to lose the +4 on chemistry. So we'll just take a -2 on the second unit then. Too bad. What a joke. Why is... Look at this! 2 Bushneviches. This is ridiculous. Who is here? May goes here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wu Mei is here. She'll be the finisher. With the 5-star shooting. Come on now. 93 in the shooting accuracies. Casper. Benson. Bushnevich is here, so Teravainen will go here. Yes. Whew. Benson, Casper, May, Boakfist. -2, whatever. Distributor finisher is May. Puck carrier can be Benson. Oh boy. Unit number 1. Distributor is still Shady. He's up to an 83 overall. Finisher Matthews, puck carrier. Let's make it Bushnevich. Would Ehlers... Oh, good question. Ehlers, yes. Great catch there, Golden. Great catch. Ehlers, still -2. But the better... Even with the X factors. What about with the X factors if Ehlers came on this unit? Still, okay, there's the solution. Ehlers +2 on this unit. Bushnevich to get it to... Instead of +4, -2, it'll be +2, 0. There's a happy solution. There's a little compromise. Great. All's well that ends well. Bohm versus Hernandez and Witt versus Ramirez in the home run derby Final 4. Cool. Yeah, new coach, maybe in the offseason, but right now it wouldn't work, unfortunately. Puck carrier can be, yeah, I guess it could be Ehlers with the speed. Finally. Whew! 4-man power play. Eesh, this is ugly. Oops. 4-man will go Shady here and Bushnevich here. +2. Here we'll do Benson there. May here. Or should be Benson. No, Strom's the playmaker. Then the scorer down here can be Kuzmenko. -3. Because on the first one, Kuzmenko's already there. Okay, no. Bushnevich will go here. Man, the amounts of permutations you gotta run through. Benson will go here. Then here will be Kuzmenko and Strome. With Boakvist and May. How about that? -3. But what am I going to do? What more can I do? Okay, you know what? I don't care. -3 it is. That's the 4-man. Penalty kill, I suppose, could stay the same. Nothing really changes in that regard. Strome, yeah, nothing changes for the penalty kill. Matthews, Strome, Casper. Yeah, nothing changes in the penalty kill. 4-on-4, Matthews, Ehlers. Should Ehlers be on the 4-man instead of... Well, maybe that's the one thing we could change on the 4-man power play. Kuzmenko out for Ehlers. Would that fix the -3? No, it's still -3. So I'll keep Kuzmenko. Oh boy, the amounts of lines. Extras. Matthews, Ehlers. Strome, Bushnevich. Casper, Kuzmenko. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Actually, Wu Mei should probably be in there over Kuzmenko with the shooting that she has. Let's do that. Casper, May. 3-on-3, Matthews, Ehlers, Shady's been killing me. I'm going to put Boakfist on defense. He has slightly better defense. Then it can be Shady here. Strome and Wu Mei, who has shown crazy results in Florida when given ice time. And the third line can be Casper with Byram. I feel it, Hobbsy. And Ehlers. Oh, sorry, Ehlers was already on the first one, right? Yes. So that can be Buchnevich. Actually, Buchnevich should be on the first unit with Matthews, playmaking for Matthews. There you go. Extra attacker, Matthews, and Buchnevich, we'll say. Should be someone on the second line, no? Because the first line would already be out. So it should probably be Kuzmenko. Because Matthews, Buchnevich, and Ehlers are already all out there. Yeah. And finally the shootout. Let's just bring Wu Mei in. With their 93 shooting accuracies. Okay. 98, 98, 96, 96, 93, 93, 88, 90, 89, 90. Has honeymoon location been decided? Potentially. We have pretty solid idea. Would you say the idea we have is...
Yeah, I would say we have a couple of options within where we've chosen, but we've chosen where we want to go.
There you go. Buchnevich 90-92 over 88-90. I won't say anything yet because it could still change. There you go, Buchnevich in the shootout 90-92. Poof, it's like a whole new team. It's like a whole new team. With Ville Husso continuing to be our starter, Pavel Buchnevich, Zach Benson, and Wu Mei, all new members of the top 9 here in Arizona. Let's go on a run. Where are we at now? We're close to 3 hours? Sheesh. Let's do it. First game at Ball Arena in Colorado. Let's see the new look Coyotes. At least the league knows that this team's not messing around. If we need to get serious, we're not afraid to make a big splash, trading out some of our biggest players. Just waiting for the honeymoon. Yes, wedding location has been booked. Date is set. Everything's good to go. First period, 1-0 Avalanche. Jared Anderson Dolan. Second period, 4-0 Avalanche. Okay. 4-0 Avalanche. Shots are 28-12. We had 12 shots in 40 minutes. Yeah, this is a very aggressive trade deadline from me. Matthews scores, make it 4-1. We just can't go in the slow sim. I don't know what. Power 5-on-3 goes nowhere. Call it. Call it. Call it. If this team can't make the playoffs, then no Coyotes team can. The team is just purely... There's something in the algorithm in franchise mode that doesn't let the Coyotes make the playoffs. In the Demidov sim, the Coyotes had crazy teams year in and year out, finishing bottom 5 every year. Logan Stanley on waivers. Big 6'7" Logan Stanley. I mean, we could use an 8th defenseman as an emergency backup, so why not? Logan Stanley, welcome to the team, buddy. 3-2 shootout win. Great. Now, let's check out any other deals that happened around the league. And then we'll sim to the end of the year. Something in the water. That's how it feels. Okay, scroll all the way down. So they're the trades that we made. Marcus Pettersson to Tampa, Burakovsky to Toronto, Mikheyev to Nashville, P.S. Patrick Kane Suter to the Stars, Neil Pionk to the Kings, Kerfoot back to the Maple Leafs, Otto Stenberg, Starfleet legend, to Winnipeg, Jake DeBrusk to the Blue Jackets, Warren Fogle to the Blue Jackets as well, Carson Lambos and a prospect to Pittsburgh. All right. There you go. Let's get simulated to the end of the year now. We're what? We're 3 points out of the wild card with a game in hand. We can do this. We can do this now. Let's sim. Let's go see Boston. Or no, Florida's who we want to see. Florida's who we want to see. 6-2 win. All right. Strome is healthy. Good to know. 5-2 loss. Sabres have fired their head coach. Kuzmenko has a concussion that's going to keep him out for... May 16th? That's like 2 or 3 months. Oh my... Just when things are starting. Who's coming up? Wu Mei? Is Wu Mei 5 goals in 5 games? I love you, Wu. Get up here. Benson and Strome. Benson, Strome, and May on the first line. Kessel up to the third line. Martinuk or no, Denisenko onto the back on the fourth line. Now here comes all the line fixing that I gotta do. Power play unit 1. So now this can be... Teravainen in, maybe? He was out... Was he out completely? Still keeps a +2. Yeah, Teravainen can come in. Healers will go there. 4-man power play. Strome, hold on. May's gonna go here. May's a machine. Wu Mei. Wu the Machine Mei. Let's go. The pride of Japan. Benson at the point. Was he already on power play 1? Yeah, he's already there. Okay, Ehlers then. Ehlers didn't get the ice time that he was missing out with Kuzmenko taking a lot of his time. -3, love it. Extra lines. Extra attacker. So Wu Mei's gonna come in as extra attacker. Wu first line might happen. Might happen. Then the shootout. After Bushnevich, who has the best shooting. Yeah, almost 10 o'clock here as well. Is it Benson? 86, 89? Probably. Benson. There you go. All right, Kuzmenko, see you in a couple months. May 16th. What day is it today? Kulich back spasms. Too bad. It's March 16th. April, May. So 2 months. 8-week injury for the concussion there. 8-week injury. 3-1 win, 5-4 loss. Let's keep on going against the selling Bruins. Sharks, we beat them 4-2. All right. The Bruins are, So we are 34, 30, and 6 facing the 33, 27, and 10 Panthers. Here we go. Hosting the Panthers in Arizona. First period, 1-0, Vinny Trocheck. Beautiful. Second period, 3-2. All right, we get back into it. Ehlers and Strome make it 2-1 Coyotes, but then Trocheck with his second ties it up, and Kyle Connor makes it yeah, but I don't think I ever say concussion. Did I either say mild concussion or post-concussion syndrome? I don't think I've ever seen just concussion. Anyways, 3-2 Panthers after 40. Dylan Strome ties it up at 3. There we go. 3-3 game. Shots are close. 5 minutes into the period. We're fully in this. Power play Coyotes killed off. Power play Panthers killed off as well. Even strength with 8 minutes to go. Shots 35-30 for the Panthers. Final 5 minutes. 4 minutes to go. We're not going to be hopping into this one. 1 minute left. And it's overtime. Shots end 40-30 for the Panthers. But we're off to 3-on-3 action. Here in overtime, who took it? Yes, Bowen Byram wins it in overtime. 4-3 Coyotes win. And Andrew Peeke, concussion, out for the season till June 24th. That's exactly why we picked up Logan Stanley. Incredible. Incredible. Andrew Peeke ends the season. We can't even look at his numbers. Data and Desora, have you ever been able to be together during a Habs Blues game? No, we have not. We've tried to look at a few options.
Yeah, we've looked at going. Maybe a family trip soon. We've been discussing.
It's just never lined up. They only play each other like once a year.
Sure.
Sometimes twice a year, but only once a year in each location. So it's been tough to ever get a time lined up. McNabb will come in for Peake. I'm going to call up Logan Stanley, since it's going to be for the rest of the season. Logan Stanley, welcome. And there you go. So Andrew Peake. Can I look? No. I don't know why it won't let me look. Pause here for a second. So Andrew Peake ends the season coming in relief and doing a solid job. Austin Matthews has like 2 goals in the past 10 games after he was scoring like 35 and 40. Sorry. Here, scratches. Andrew Peake ends with 5 points and a +2 in 35 games. And how's Husso doing? Is he getting tired? How's he doing here? Husso 15, 9 and 2, 908 save percentage, 3 goals against average. Oy. Okay. If there's a back-to-back coming up, we'll swap them around. Auto goalie rotate is turned off. That's why. Yeah, there's one coming up. So Sims the game against Dallas. We're 35, 30, and 6. Dallas, they're below 500. We beat them 5-1. Very good. We'll go... Actually, Tampa... Tampa 44, 22, and 6. I'm going to go Husso for this one. Kulich is fully healed. Good. We're going to go Kulich. We're going to go Husso and then Fleury. Then back to Husso. Cole Brown in there. Kulich has 39 points in 56 games. Whatever. And I can't even see the result. Please show me. 4-2 win. Nice. 4-2 win for Ville Husso and the Coyotes. Let's get Fleury in for a game. Wu Mei. How's Wu Mei doing? Just got to see. 6 goals, 10 points in 10 games. Beautiful. Slowed down. Only 1 goal in the last 5 games. Or 6 games. Was it 4 games even? How much does he have? She had 5 goals in 5. So 5 goals in 5 games on the third line. Only 1 goal in 5 games on the second line. Zach Benson, 5 points in 10 games as well, -4. And Dylan Strome, 21 points, -3 in 33 games. Maybe it was better with Wu Mei on the third line. Maybe let's try that for a little bit. She has 6 goals, 4 assists. Let's go 5 more games and see what happens. Phil Kessel, back on the second line. Meanwhile, Bushnevich, 9 points in 10 games. Love it. 5. Yeah, the points are fine. It's just the plus-minus is putting me off a little bit. And Wu Mei has to be a goal scorer. And she seemed to be scoring when on the third line. So I'll put her back if need be. But I want to give her 5 games there and see what happens. 6-3 win with Marc-Andre Fleury between the pipes. There you go. Let's keep him in for 2 more. And then go back once the back-to-back is over. 2-1 loss. Oh, that's brutal. And 1 more for Fleury before we go Husso to the end. 7-2 win. Nice. 7-2 win. Wu Mei, what's up in those last 3 games? 6 goals, 4 assists. Now 9 goals, 3 games, 3 goals. So that's 8 goals in 8 games on the third line. Wu Mei loves the third line. We're keeping her there. 8 goals in 8 games as a third liner, excuse me. Fleury's looking good. He's woken up, 921 save percentage, good. While Ville Husso is now at a 912, 28 goals against. All right. Yeah, -2, but 8 goals in 8 games. What we need most is the goals. I don't think I'm gonna make a major change for a -2 when you got 8 goals in 8 games. Here we go, looking for win number 40 against the Maple Leafs, 5-3 win. There you go. That's goal number 50 for Matthews and 1 point away from 100. 5 games left in the season, and we're in a divisional spot at the moment. At Wells Fargo Center against the Flyers, 7-3 win. All right, that's 3 in a row. Point number 100 for Austin Matthews, 50 goals and 50 assists. Against the Blue Jackets on the road, 4-2 win. Great little streak here. We were on pace for what, 34 wins? There's 42. Oh, no, we're on pace for 36. Facing Dallas here at home, 5-2 win. 50 and 51 for Matthews. Final, where are we now? Final 2 games of the year. We're not locked in just yet, though. 4-3 overtime win, that's big. And that will clinch us a playoff spot. Let's go. We've done it. We're in the postseason, ladies and gentlemen. In year number 2, we have clinched a playoff spot. The 2025 postseason will include the Arizona Coyotes. We're not leaving, and that's one of the biggest statements that we could have made. Final game to end the season. Looking for win number 45 against the Oilers. Can we end it off with a dub? Let's do it. First period, 1-0, Austin Matthews keeping it going. Second period, 3-2, Bushnevich on the power play. Then Cotter and Lehkonen tied up. But Wu Mei puts us back up 3-2. 1 goal lead. Jesper Bratt ties it quickly into the third period, though. 15 minutes to go. And then Chris Kreider gives the Oilers the lead. 4-3 Edmonton. Of course, the slow sim is going to be what kills us, right? Calendar sim, we win 20 in a row. And in the slow sim, right away, we lose by a goal. And despite being up by 1. Hold on, it's Phil the Thrill Kessel! Phil the Thrill says, not on my watch. Shots end 34-24, and we're headed to overtime as Phil Kessel, who else but Phil, playing up on that second line. A top 6 NHL talent is Phil Kessel, and he has sent this game to overtime. 4-4, and can we end it off with the win thanks to Phil? At least the extra point is great, but can we end it off with the dub? We're off to the shootout as shots end 38-28 through 65 minutes. In the shootout, the Coyotes take it. Wu Mei wins it in the shootout. And Phil Kessel, I mean it was Austin, no, it was Wu Mei. Phil Kessel got us there. Oh man, win number 45 to end off the season. What a way to end it. Buchnevich, May, Matthews, 3 stars respectively. This record doesn't count. Exactly, that's probably what Slim would say. We are in the postseason. 45, what was the record? 45, 31, and 6. We were on pace to go 36, 38, and 8. And we end 45, 31, and 6. What an end to the year, ladies and gentlemen. We turned things around, and we still have some good picks in the system, prospects in the system. We're still alive. In the entire NHL, we were, 24th in the NHL? Could it be that was 24th? And we finished 9th best in the league. 3.54 goals per game, 3.15 against. Power play ends at 20.5%, so it came down a little bit, but it still ends as, 6th best in the NHL? Very good. 6th best in the league. Penalty kill, 85.1. Ooh, that's very good. The 5th best penalty kill at 85.1. Okay. That's pretty rare for our franchise modes, actually. And we end 9-1-0 in our last 10 games to end the season. What a run from the Coyotes. Austin Matthews, 105 points, 53 goals from the captain. No career highs, but very close. But one of the best seasons of his career. What were our goals for and goals against rank? Oh, I can check that before I move too far ahead. Goals for and goals against rank. Goals for, second best at in goals for at 3.54. And we allowed the 1, 2, 3, actually this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th least. So right in the middle for goals against at 3.15. So Matthews 105 points. Buchnevich ends with 83. Let's see what Buchnevich did here. No, we're going to end the stream after maybe in about 10-15 minutes here, Avery. We're going to call it there. Playoffs next time. Have either of you heard of... Of course, I've watched many Australian rules football games on like a Saturday morning with cereal on TSN. Australian rules football. You know Australian rules football?
No, I do not.
Wild sport. Isn't it just like... It's very similar to rugby, is it not? Pavel Buchnevich ends the season with 22 points in 19 games since coming to Arizona as a plus 16. Should we be looking to extend him ASAP? That's going to be a question for next episode, absolutely. Nikolai Ehlers ends with 63 and 78. We can take that. Teravainen 62, okay. 58 in 68 from Andrei Kuzmenko, who's still out for another month, okay. Slim Shady, 55-point season from the sophomore. From 50 to 55, negative 10 to negative 6, there's an improvement, while playing an extra minute or so per night. Zach Benson, what did he do with us now? He scored 14 points in, 21 games? No, 19 games even. Yeah, that's great for Zach Benson. 14 points in 19 games after he had scored 40 and 82 in his rookie season and was on pace for maybe like in the 50s. He ends with 14 and 19, a much higher pace with us. So he's going to love life here in Arizona. More ice time, everything he wants. Yep. 52-point year in total. Adam Boqvist ends with 51 points. That's a career high for him. There you go, Adam Boqvist. Loving life as a plus 19 as well. Dylan Strome wasn't as great as we would hoped he would have been, but 30 points, that's like a 60. You know what? No, I take it back. 60-point pace, that's fine. Dylan Strome, 30 points in 42 games. That's good. That's good. Bowen Byram, 45 and 76. Home Runners Derby. Who won the Home Run Derby? Marco Casper, 33 points in his rookie season. Okay, playing less than 15 minutes per night. Okay, we can live with it. Phil Kessel, 31 points in 55 games. Who is this guy? What kind of pace is that? 82 divided by 55. He was on a 25-goal pace and a 46-point pace. A 46-point pace for Phil Kessel at 37 years of age. What a legend with his 86 speed. There you go. Simon Nemec, 28 points and a negative 4. Kalle Yarncrow, 24 points. Joshua Roy, 23 points and negative 6. Should he have stayed in the AHL for another year? I don't know. Wu Mei, 11 goals and 19 points in 19 games. Point per game. How is she getting scratched by Florida? Ridiculous decision. Horrible management. 11 goals and 19 points in 19 games for Wu Mei. Love it. And she's going to be a long-term piece with us. Yep. Denisenko 16 in 77. Kulikov 16 as well. McNabb 9 points and an even plus-minus. That's good. His plus-minus came back up in 56 games. Peak 5 points plus 2. Martinook, there you go. And Logan Stanley didn't play with us yet. Goaltending, Ville Husso ends the season going, let's see, just with us, 23-9-2 with a .913 save percentage and 2.87 goals against. Not quite the numbers he had in Chicago, but those were unsustainable. So I'll take that when we consider how goaltenders are and how few have goals against average below 3. I'll take that from Ville Husso. Plus, Marc-Andre Fleury, yes, he went 8-11-1, but a .921 save percentage and 2.69 goals against for the 40-year-old. The flower looked good out there. Whew. All right, so looking at the entire NHL now, 109 points from Mikko Rantanen. Data finally caught up with ×2 speed. Loved all the trades we made. Should have gotten Doggy. I know, but Doggy wouldn't have... New York wouldn't have made sense. They wouldn't want to trade him. Doggy's too good. We'll take a look at all the created players now. Mikko Rantanen ends with 109 points, 61 goals as well, so still beating out Matthews, unfortunately. We'll get to see the totals soon for all those guys, Sean. Robertson, Matthews. So Matthews ends tied for 3rd in league scoring. I'll show you right now then. I'll show you right now, Avery. I'll show you right now in San Jose. Kirill bangs 61 points from Kirill and 100 penalty minutes. How about that? I'm sure he'll get some good growth there. Whoo, boy. Kirill, bang, 61 points and 100 penalty minutes. How many fights from Kirill? Fights, 14 fights. Let's go. We had one of the best tandems in the league if you ignore Swayman. Yeah, I agree. Oh, you're right. There's some guys with 81 games played. Let's advance another day. Also, maybe our numbers would have changed. Yeah, maybe our numbers would have changed in the team standings as well. No problem, buddy. Now everyone's played 82? Yeah, everyone's played 82 now. My apologies. Just a quick double check here. Did we finish actually 9th in the league in the end? Yes, so we still finished 9th in the league. Still 2nd in goals. Still where we were in goals against, I think. Power play still ends... Where were we? Like 5th or something? 6th? Yeah, we still end 6th in the power play. And still 5th. Yeah, that's still fine. There we go. Gotta go because Wi-Fi Bell, that good old buggy Bell Wi-Fi. No problem, Mark. Thanks for being here. We're going to finish up soon enough so you can catch up. You can just catch the end of it whenever you have a moment. But thanks for being here tonight. We're not going to make the playoffs in Tucson, that's for sure. Now let's go back to the points. So the entire league. So Austin Matthews, yes, he does finish tied for 3rd in league scoring, as Rantanen ended with 63 goals. 105 points for Matthews. Who is the top created player? Let's see that. Top created player, there's Ovechkin with his 44 goals, was... Who's going to pop up first? Dennis David. There he is. 54 goals and 86 points. Tied, though. Tied with his line mate, Steve Rogers, with 86 as well. Zuccarello somehow gets 86 points. Rogers and David both score 86 points over in Pittsburgh. Great storyline. Randy Ho had 85. Any other created players? Not seeing any others. Data Sung with 77. Pittis with 76. Looking at all the defense in the NHL, 93 points from Cale Makar. Whoa. King Kristoff with 20 goals, leading all defensemen in goal scoring. Right? No, Kaylor Cahill with 22 goals and 11 assists, but 75 points from the King. 55 assists as well. There you go. Yeah, we'll see what happens long-term in Pittsburgh. It'll be an interesting storyline to follow there. Down the scoring go. There's Slim Shady. Goaltending, Ville Husso ends with 42 wins. Minimum 50 games played, let's say. Yeah, it should be a Vezina year for Husso. For some reason, his 930 save percentage. Why, if I rank by save percentage, why is he not higher than Merzlikins? And goals against average, I don't know. It should be a Vezina year for Husso. But it's no, because it's just showing his showing his Chicago numbers. What was his actual save percentage this year? Let me see. Goals against. So he allowed 166 divided by 1,003 plus 1,106. 0.0078. Am I doing this right? No, I'm not doing this right. Oh boy. I don't have the saves. Not the goals against. The saves I'm gonna do. 933 plus 1,010 divided. Now I got it. I was doing the formula wrong. 1106 plus 1,003. 921 save percentage on the year. Oh my goodness, that took way longer than it should have. 921 save percentage. That's why he's ranked second, I suppose. Yeah, so the game knows it's 921, but it shows it as 930. Classic. There you go. So 921 save percentage from Husso, 2 point whatever goals against average. The best goals against average in the league, no matter what it is. So it should be a Vezina year for Husso. Desora, I should have asked this last time, but what does it feel like to be live with the GOAT, the greatest of all time? What does it feel like?
Wow, it's truly an honor. I would say it's really an honor to see this side of things.
That's true. You don't see this side of things too often. So yeah, it should be a Vezina year for Husso. Rookie skaters now. So there's Doggy, 67-point season in New York. Still an 80 overall, but he should get a jump at this point now. So Doggy scores 67 points, likely a Calder year for Doggy. Curly Mac McGee, 39 points. Cahill, 33. Of course, Casper in our system, 33. Rookie goalies, none occupied, because I'm looking at minimum games played. Sorry. Minimum 1 game played. Devin Levi, Dilly Potatoes went 16, 8, and 7 with a 925 save percentage. There you go. Anything else to see around here? Led the league in plus minus, actually in assists. 81 assists from Cale Makar. Oh my goodness. Plus minus, plus 48 from Randy Ho and Jack Eichel. Even Landon Johnston. Crazy line there in Los Angeles. Most ice time. Philip Hronik, what a tank. And of course the fights. Always want to see the fights. Is it Kirill Bang? No. Arbor Jacki with 40 fights. That might be the most I've ever seen. Not 227 penalty minutes, I've seen more. But for fights, that's a fight every other game. 40 fights from Arbor Jacki. Whoa. Making Kirill Bang look like a child. Arbor Jacki with his 67 discipline and 5-star physical. Mila Ren looked good. Kirill Bang, crazy numbers. Actually, how many fights for Steve Rogers? 86 points while having 7 fights. Okay, I see. Wow. I think that's it for numbers that we'd want to see there. AHL numbers, not done yet. Season's not over yet, but 45 points in 64 games from Kulich. Okay, award for the most assists. There should be an award for the most assists. There absolutely should be. So that brings us to the end of the regular season, ladies and gentlemen. We're on to the postseason, and in next week's stream, whenever that is, in the year number 2, 2025 postseason, we will be facing the Nashville Predators, who ended 45, 31, and 6. Let's check out their lines. The Nashville Predators. Who do they have on this team in this fantasy universe? The Predators with Nugent Hopkins, Zibanejad, and Besser on their top lines. Sveshnikov, Coyle, and Mikheyev on the second. Zadina, Nelson, and Laferriere on the third. McCowan and Essamont with Pettersson on the fourth. Defense, they have Mikey Anderson, and of course, Cale Makar. Cale Norris Trophy Makar. 96 overall, Cale Makar. That's going to be the toughest part. Edler with Letang, interesting, and Timmins with Thompson. So aside from their top D pairing, and probably I guess their top 9, so their fourth line is weak. Their depth is weak overall, but their first line and their top D pair is great. And of course, there you go. We were talking about these guys earlier. Brassois with his .912 save percentage, and Anton Forsberg, McEwen, there you go, sorry. And Anton Forsberg with his .914 save percentage. So 80 and 82 overalls who will shame us. With Pospisil, Fajimo, and Christian Kairu. There's the healthy scratches. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We will be facing the Predators in next episode. So let me know your thoughts headed into the postseason. Who's our starting goalie? Any changes to our lineup? Are we looking to extend Pavel Buchnevich? It'll be expensive. Yeah, it would be expensive. It would basically be 4 or 5 years. Let me see here. 9.725. It will be 4 or 5 years at like 8.3. Are we okay with that? That would be a question for next episode. Instead of going out and getting a guy like him in free agency, we could already have him in our system right now. Looking at the draft class, we have a few picks in the top, near the top, so we want to be careful, or just aware of who's around. Medium elites, a few options. And then, what's our draft? After all those picks got traded, what's the draft board again? So yeah, first and a second. So we have New York's first. And they missed the playoffs, eh? So New York, that's going to be a lottery pick for us in the end. I think. New York and Boston, they're first and second. 2 teams who missed the playoffs. Let me see here quickly. Where did they finish in the standings exactly? So the Rangers and the Bruins. So Bruins finished second last. So that's going to be a high. That's going to be the second pick of the second round. So that's going to be very, very useful. And then the Rangers, they did make the playoffs. Sorry, because the East was weaker than the West, so it won't be a lottery pick, but it should hopefully be a pick in the mid to late teens, probably the late teens. And there we have it. So that does it for year number 2, everybody. We made the postseason. We made some major deals. We were aggressive. And now headed into the 2025 postseason, we are going to be major players facing a tough Predators squad. The Spider-Man series, that's a classic back in the good old days. You know, yeah, the original Marvel Spider-Man on PS4. I got to do the new Spider-Man maybe one of these days. Do we want to make any changes to this lineup? Are we okay with how it is? Power play unit number 1 looking like this, unit number 2 looking like this. And for the penalty kill, Unit 1 looking like this, Unit 2, and Unit 3. Any changes to be made at all? Leave that down here in the YouTube comments or over on the Discord server, link in the description. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed. This was a long one. This is for like 3 hours and 20, so this was a long one. Desora stayed awake through it all, or most of it. Thanks for your efforts, Desora. We'll be live. Keep it on the Discord server either tomorrow night on Tuesday, July 16th. We'll be either live tomorrow, Tuesday the 16th, or Wednesday the 17th. One or the other. Well, for Expos MLB The Show 24 franchise mode. So Expos tomorrow or the day after, and then Thursday should still be Starfleet, depending on... Yeah, well, keep an eye on the Discord server. Still, there's a lot of fluid things. We have a lot of appointments we got to be working out here. Wedding and whatnot. Photos and furniture and appointments. So keep it on the Discord server. That's always, as always, in the description. Close to 700 members in there. And of course, speaking of members, we're close to 8,000 subscribers here on the channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, it's free and it makes you aware of all of our uploads, our 3 live stream series, our Vancouver franchise, career simulations, and much, much more. If you enjoyed this, you'll enjoy what's here on the channel and be that much greater of a community with you as a part of it. So we'd love to have you join. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll end it off there. Have yourselves a great start to your week. Thanks for being here for an exciting stream that we're on pace for 36 wins. We got to 45. We're in the postseason. What's to come for this Coyotes squad? We're not leaving. And now, what the merch at 10K? Maybe it'll be around that mark. Maybe even before then. But yeah, merch is going to be coming. We said we're not leaving. This team has never been to a Stanley Cup Final. Is 2025 the year? Thanks for being here, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk soon. Good night.